NaruTalk, the Naruto ShipPodcast, is made possible through contributions from listeners like you. To help support the podcast and to earn exclusive rewards, head to www.patreon.com/NaruTalkPod. That's www.patreon.com/NaruTalkPod. Believe it.
Hey everyone, this is Naruto Uzumaki, and you're listening to NaruTalk. Believe it!
Hello everybody, welcome back to NaruTalk, the greatest podcast ever to be all about Naruto. I'm your host, Liam English, and with me as always is my co-host, Morgan Williamson.
Oh my god, hello everybody.
How are you, Morgan? It's been so long since we've done one person at a time.
I'm horribly ill right now.
Hot?
But that's the first time that the podcast has seen that.
Yeah.
So enjoy my phlegmy sound.
Oh yeah, well, so we're recording way in the future. All the episodes are from now on, and we've got the coronavirus.
I could die after this.
It's here. We've got
This
it.
is crazy.
Somebody tweeted our NaruTalk thing. They DM'd me and they were like, because the episode, however many weeks ago now, it was like late, and so they DM'd me and they were like, Liam, are you dead? You've been joking about it a lot on the podcast, and I was like, to be determined.
For a future
Not yet.
episode.
Yeah.
Imagine if we lock your death behind a Patreon paywall.
I think that if I die on air, please, Raj, you know Audacity at least a little bit.
No, I know how to work.
Just
around,
cut
yeah.
out my death. Just like we did
No,
with those
yeah,
bumpers, just the $1.
I'll cut them out and I'll be like, if you guys want to hear Liam die,
Yeah.
you gotta pay $100.
I'll make sure I
more.
really oversell it if I die on there. I'll be like, oh, you know.
Oh my god, I would love for the energy switch up to be like, yeah, you want to see Liam's death? All right, here you go. And then just us crying. It's just like,
Just
oh
mostly,
fuck, he's
like
gone.
2.5 minutes of screaming.
I'll milk it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
I like that in the occurrence of Liam's death, you'd milk the shit out of
Yeah,
it.
I'm happy.
That is so funny.
Hey, I if I die, I would like for the people that I know to, get some free stuff out of it. Go on Ellen or whatever.
We were just doing this podcast in college, and he just croaked or whatever. It was so sad.
Croaked or whatever. Wow. I'm also joined by you heard his voice, Raj.
Hello, me, Raj.
He's Raj.
Backwards, Jar.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yo, my name backwards is Male.
Mail jar.
My name backwards is Nagrom.
That's the sexiest orc name ever.
That was the greatest compliment I've ever received. Thank you.
And Katie Sideri.
Hi, I'm trying to figure out my name backwards. Etak?
Etak.
Etak.
E-tag.
I can't spell my own name.
Attack. Yeah, could be something.
E-tag.
Anyways, I'm also somebody who's been markedly quiet. You could have said anything that whole time.
I was kind of scared.
That's so valid.
We are now starting our NaruTalk arc, I guess, which is the Nick Astor arc.
Woo!
Whoa!
Yeah.
Fucking go.
So
I'm so hyped for this.
hell yeah. This is Nick Astor. He opened for our live show,
Which was the last time I was sick on the podcast.
and now
I think
Full
you're my
circle.
bad luck charm.
well,
Hey,
you'll be dead.
Maybe not bad, but
That's
sick.
a great note to start on. Hi, this is Nick. He'll be here for the movie. Like, we all might die.
Get ready for
no,
Morgan to die.
listen, Liam
specifically
brought you
Nick
in
is here.
because he was like, Morgan might die, so we gotta have a
It's an
backup.
assassination
Exactly.
attempt directly.
Yeah.
Everything in real time.
So Nick,
And if
tell
you want to
us-
see Morgan die, you could unlock the Ombu tier on Patreon.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. $100 here, you can come meet us. It's a meetup with a gun.
Oh my god!
75.
Yeah.
You have to be Kage level to see Liam die.
The $100 tier is at an insane point because if someone actually does it, not only are they getting, they meet us with a gun.
Yep.
I'm gonna eat
You
a
have to
full
eat
bar of soap. We're
Morgan's
meeting
got
them.
feet pics.
Oh yeah,
we're
pics.
eating
Oh, wait,
ramen with
but
that.
feet
Eating
pics
ramen.
of my dead feet if I'm the one that's being killed.
I'm eating soap.
I'd say that's 2 in 1 if we're doing dead.
No, but there's also the chance that they might kill one of us because they have a gun.
might
It's also
love
a
that.
gamble.
Oh.
Yeah, it's insane.
Yeah, but it's fun.
They have
think
a
it-
gun? When did they get a gun?
Well, just
That
now.
just happened.
Oh.
Yeah.
Real time,
Where
Katie.
were you?
Keep
Wow.
up.
And I do this
don't
thing
know.
where everything we mention on the podcast, I make sure, like, even if it's a throwaway joke, I make sure we do it. Like, we talked about Rio Radio 19 being ASMR. It's gonna be ASMR. Like, I take note of this
I'm
stuff.
so excited.
So that, because I feel like it'll be really funny when this is all done and collected.
Yes.
People listening through, they'll be like, oh, they joke about this. I wonder if it's true. And they can flip through and they'll be like,
Yeah.
That's
It's so
weird.
good. I love it.
Continuity.
yeah.
Amazing.
It's
Except for when we joke about what the title's gonna be. That never happens.
That's true. That
That's
really
also a joke in itself. It's like,
Yeah,
what
that
could the
actually-
title be? And then it's never
Oftentimes, if we say, "Oh, that'll be a perfect title," I go out of my way to make it something different. But so, Nick, can you tell the people a little bit about yourself? What's your history with anime, Naruto, life?
It's weird we should say that because I just came out of class like an hour and a half ago and we were talking about cosplay, so I'm like, I'm really prepping for that NaruTalk level.
As you do.
But what should I start? Anime?
Yeah.
So my first anime was Naruto.
Fuck
so
yeah.
like,
Awesome.
I'm a big Naruto nerd. I feel like I'm trying to be really careful that I won't throw out the balance between people who know nothing about Naruto, people who know everything about Naruto,
Yeah.
and I'm like smack in the middle. Like I'm just trying to like sit here and shut up. Like me and Liam were texting this morning, and Liam was like, "Don't spoil anything." I was like,
Yeah.
Well, it's good because undoubtedly, like now, like that was the premise of this podcast. But now we've gone so much further. Liam knows a million things about. Like, he knows everything about the show. Katie and Morgan have a pretty fair amount. My brain is absolutely fried, so it's all bits and pieces. So you're filling in a lot of holes for me personally.
Yeah.
Yeah. The thing is, it's pretty fresh for me because. There's these famous like Naruto games, the Ultimate Ninja Storm games.
Fucking
We've
love
talked about it
classics.
a little bit, and I decided that I wanted to beat the entire thing this summer.
Mm-hmm.
So me and my friend just like played it for like the entire summer.
A great way to get the Naruto stories.
And
to the
we were
games.
just like
Yeah,
all of
yeah.
Naruto was just very vivid in my.
Yeah, and those games
Right.
are fucking fire.
Yeah,
Those
they are.
cutscenes are fucking hours long.
That's why I want to be here for this arc.
Another reason that we're having Nick on, other than the fact that he's amazingly funny and he loves Naruto, so it's like perfect,
Yeah.
but is that this arc, as noted by Aaron in our Discord, who actually watched ahead, he followed the call for action.
Yes.
Yeah, right? First
Wow.
person ever to
Fucking
do
go.
so I have to
What
shout them out. We
That's
said.
so exciting.
But they were like, man, these episodes fucking suck. He was literally like, I haven't seen original Naruto in so long. I've just been listening to the podcast. You guys sell it like it's a good show. It's not.
No, these ones suck.
Aw.
Yeah. So this arc,
Really, I
which
enjoyed
is
it. I wanted to keep watching.
That's always the fun part. When the episodes we think suck, you're always like, oh no, these are actually the best episodes ever.
You never
I don't
know.
think they're the best episodes ever. I just wanted to keep
Well,
watching.
Katie, let me put words in your mouth, okay?
Let me just put some words in.
but you guys make me think about Naruto differently, which is kind of like the animation. I never like as a kid I was never like, wow, Sasuke hair and his neck proportions are weird. But suddenly I'm sitting
His
there
hair
in the
and neck
Tsunade
proportions
exam
are
and like,
weird as
man,
fuck.
his neck proportions really weird here.
that ass, he really.
Yeah.
And then
He really
there was
was
that
like
time where like Baki is explaining why like the Sand Village is about to like fuck shit up or
Yeah,
whatever,
yeah.
and I was like, wow, geopolitics in Naruto is crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah, so it's fun to like revisit a bit of your childhood with some awesome ass people.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Katie, in case, like, we've been talking around it, but just clarify for me, what is this
That's
podcast
my
about?
week. All right. So.
Okay, so
My call to
before
action.
you do this, just so you know, it's on the outline every week. So if you
Yeah,
look at the
I don't
outline,
usually-
you'll know.
I don't.
Just be surprised.
Yeah.
Well,
Exactly.
that was
And
your
then she's
note
like,
today.
I was surprised.
Do you guys read Liam's notes when he sends the outline?
Yeah.
Oh, they're so funny. They're
No,
always
I
just like,
don't.
does life really matter in the grand scheme of things? And it's just
It's
like,
always
what?
so funny.
It's so good.
It really gets me.
Because
Gets
I
me
don't know
hyped.
if you, I didn't actually know until just now that you guys could see it.
Always. It's always like the wildest shit. He's like, guys, these
Wow,
episodes
I've
are
gotta
so
come back.
cool. By the way, let's rail like 40 lines of heroin and see the stars. It's
Yeah.
like, okay, yeah.
Anyways, the
All right.
podcast.
Yeah. So.
40
So-
lines of her.
The 5 of us for a little bit watch 3 I guess now that have seen Naruto and are rewatching it, and 2 of us who are watching it for the first time watch Naruto every week. 2 to 4 episodes of only canon, no filler. Why are you laughing at me? What is happening?
Why are you laughing at me?
You've done this so many times.
I know.
It'll
and
never
I
not
still
be
get
funny.
I think it's
uncomfortable.
delightful that you still don't know what it's about. Keep it going.
Yeah, and we talk about Naruto.
That's right. Yeah, that's true.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it's true. And
10 out of
I
10.
do want the notes shared.
you do.
They matter. to
I
me.
do, yeah.
Alright.
And
Alright.
Liam, you matter. to me.
Wait, so
Thank you.
what Patreon link do you get for the outlines?
Do you want him?
Yeah,
All right.
cool.
Yeah.
I'm treating this Jonin level tier thing as like a 3 wish basis.
Yeah, bro, you are.
This is this is wish 1. My wish 2. Hear me out. I pitched this to Raj, but I'm gonna pitch it again.
Oh, and by the way, this goes for Janie J, Steven, and any other future Jonin tier patrons. You get 3 wishes.
Number 2, I want you guys to dress up as the Ambu Black Ops, and I'm gonna take you to meetings, like really important meetings. I'm gonna schedule them all in one day, and we're just gonna have meetings with you guys just standing in the background with the animal masks and the hood.
Bro,
and I think that I would be
so
much
down.
more like my housing meetings for like housing selection would go amazing. I would get any apartment I ever wanted in my life. It'd be clipped.
I love the idea. We should have like the really like the non-aggressive meeting, like the ones where you just talk about like how your day is going with someone, and we're just going to the counseling center with fucking going to therapy, and we're just there, just like
we're
emotional support.
Standing on chairs like fucking Itachi on top of that light pole.
It's fucking terrifying too because Liam, Raj, and I are all like solidly tall people. Katie's like average height, but the thing about
no, but you forget Katie's an android.
That's
exactly.
So you've got
They won't
that
know under
red
the mask,
eye
though.
light coming out from behind
that's
the
true.
mask.
It's just glowing.
Yeah. So that'll be pretty fire.
Yeah. So that's wish 2. I haven't figured out wish 3 yet.
All right.
We'll
loop back.
I'll leave it in a comment or something.
Yeah.
No more wishes.
Well, this week, the 3 episodes of Naruto that we watched are 89, 90, and 91, which is Naruto and Jiraiya finally finding Tsunade and what happens after that. I know. So, without any
finally
further
figured out what the
ado...
legendary Sonic.
I know,
for
we
real?
finally see him.
Yeah.
So, without any further ado, let's talk about it.
You know where we got that sound effect?
Is it from the Storm
Yeah.
games? When
I
you
mean,
press
the
X, yeah.
actual sound effect is that Kabuki meme where it's like, at the end it goes, Kyo, woo!
I played it on the podcast episode 1.
Yeah.
It's
It's just that clip. But it is inspired by the Storm games. Yeah.
When I heard that, part of my brain was like, ah.
Yeah, exactly, right? I think it's actually before Storm, on the PS2 when it was just Ultimate Ninja.
Oh, it's been like a
It was
staple since like day
Kyo.
one.
Yeah.
That's like the
little
ninja
backstory
sound.
for you
Yeah,
guys
I
about
didn't know
why we
that.
have that sound
I
effect.
didn't know that.
Is that what is that called when it's where it's like it's like an oxymoron, right? What a ninja sound like that's an oxymoron, right?
Yeah.
Because ninja's supposed to be stealthy.
Yeah.
Guys, my
Whoa.
7th grade English teacher would be so proud. Actually, she told me I was a terrible student there, and she said in 10 years come back and tell me what you do with your life. And I think we're about to get when was that? Like 2013. So
Soon.
2 more years.
Yeah.
I'm
just
gonna
gonna
run
pull
up
up.
on her and be like, "Yo, guess what?
Yo, we got all the NaruTalkers to dress up like Anbu.
Yes, let's go press my
And you
7th grade
go-
English teacher."
You guys should have this as like a run to Ambu service, like
Yeah.
for only
Wow.
For all your very intimidating needs.
for only $49.99, we can intimidate whoever
Whatever
you
you
want.
And we'll throw hands.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, we'll fight
Hey.
people. That's the fun part.
Beat some
I know
ass.
how to do it.
Yeah, without a doubt. Okay, so ready? We open with Naruto and Jiraiya departing the festival town. You remember the one with that naked guy and the dog and all that stuff? You recall.
Good stuff.
And Naruto is bitter about stopping his training midway, and Jiraiya's trying to like goof off with him and shit, and he's like, "No, buddy, I'm upset with you." But Jiraiya reveals that Naruto can work on the 3rd and final step on their way to Tanzuka town. He takes out an ordinary balloon, inflates it, and tosses it to Naruto. After mastering rotation and power, Naruto must now master control. More, but exactly the same fucking kind of training. More looking at balls and grunting for a lot of time. Jiraiya demonstrates by creating a miniature typhoon of visible energy in his empty hand and revealing that he's actually doing the same exact thing inside of the balloon in his other hand, but you can't even see it move.
I feel like this is a weird way for Naruto to learn it. Like, I feel like he should, like, do it in his open hand first and then test himself with the balloon rather than just always doing it with the balloon, because, like, you can't really tell
Yeah.
what's
The
going
balloon
on.
gives it shape.
Yeah, because like
Yeah.
in his open hand it can like waver a little bit, and then if it like gets too big or whatever, it'll burst the balloon.
Yeah, free
Which
balling
then
would
makes
be
me
harder.
think about, can he feel the chakra in his, like, he can, like,
Yeah, probably, right? I mean, it
I
burns
guess.
his hand.
If you
Yeah,
focus
that's
it, I mean, imagine there's the ball.
I guess he can just feel that it's working, because in my brain I'm like, well, how can he tell that it's doing anything?
I feel like when you know, you know.
Well, yeah, because you feel your
Yeah.
chakra.
It just made me think about how chakra
But also,
feels.
continuity thing. When Jiraiya did it in the balloon, it was nothing. The balloon wasn't moving, obviously, and that was the whole point. But also, it was silent. And then when he did it in his open hand, it
There was a
making
little laser
chakra
sound
noises.
effect.
Yeah.
It was like,
And I was like, the balloon isn't gonna hold
That
back
was
the
weird.
sound.
yeah.
I was sitting with my friend, I'm like, do you hear that?
Uh-huh.
He was like, yeah, they added that for extra effect.
Yeah, that was so
Whatever.
weird. I don't think we've heard a lot of sound effects with lasers.
There's a whole lot of weird things that go on with this whole fucking
Also-
ball. Like the
animation
Uh-huh.
of just like them doing that together
Yeah.
was really like for like 2005 because I looked up
It was
like
great.
this episode. It was amazing. I was like, Naruto's like sweating a little bit, and you're
You're
like,
more
"Oh,
prepared than I am for
yeah.
this.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Honestly, a lot of the animation stuff just washes over me at this
I
point.
got used to it. I'm like, whatever.
But this like compression and maintenance of chakra, it combines everything that Naruto's done so far, and so this is like what Jiraiya meant when he said it was an A rank thing, and that's the most difficult thing he's done yet. So Jiraiya goes to a nearby tree and he shows off what Naruto's trying to learn.
This is the coolest.
It's cool as fuck because he does what Naruto's capable of now. Like if he were to just make the chakra ball in his hand.
Which is also interesting that he can just do that. Like he can just do
Yeah,
it
right?
wrong.
Just do it lazily. I
Yeah.
know. It's like writing with your left hand, I guess.
Well, I don't think he's doing it wrong, and I'll explain farther, like in more extent, why. But I think he's doing it correctly. He's just not at 100%.
Oh, I also guess we knew that he could do it like that too, because he did have to demonstrate popping the balloon before.
Oh yeah.
Well, that and another reason that I'll
And remember
explain
when he
in, like,
hit those
3
two
seconds.
guys? He probably wasn't trying
Never
to
mind.
kill them. When those two
Yeah.
gambling guys were in there and
That
they
was
were...
going to be my explanation.
Oh, right.
No,
Because,
when
well, he
does
does it a
wrong at
second
the tree,
time.
It's the swirl.
Yeah.
And when he does it to that one
Oh,
guy,
yeah,
you
it
see the
swirls
swirl.
his shirt,
Because
yeah.
if he did it right to the guy would have had a hole
Yeah.
for
So
him.
when the
That's
chakra
true.
ball hits the tree correctly, it basically disintegrates it. It's fucking
Oh,
dope.
yeah.
Fuck that tree.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, fuck trees, bro.
No!
All the trees were gone.
Yeah. Oh my god, well,
This show
later...
doesn't care.
Crazy.
Yeah.
They don't care about trees at all.
Hashtag
Yeah,
Naruto not
all the trees are
eco-friendly.
being
Yeah, that's
destroyed.
true.
Yeah.
Naruto hates the environment. But yeah, so he shows that he disintegrates the tree. It's dope as fuck. Naruto is shortably easy, but he focuses his chakra in the balloon and he can't maintain it at all. It bursts like immediately. This third step is exponentially more difficult than the first two. So it's like, you were wondering, you were like, if it's so easy, how come it's the second hardest jutsu to learn?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
This is how and why. So Jiraiya starts towards Tanzaku Town, and Naruto whines about wanting to wait for a minute, but Jiraiya's like, oh, we've already waited so long because you were recovering from your training. Because it's not as if Tsunade is just gonna bump into an old friend in Tanzaku Town.
I love
really
that
said
line
that.
so
Like,
much.
It's not like Orochimaru is gonna just show up and
Yeah,
make
he
her
literally
wait.
said, like, oh yeah, bump into an old friend.
I have something for you, my good sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, everyone listening, it's Glenn
Hello.
Federico!
It's-
Woo!
And
Strawberries!
your keys.
My keys!
Hey. Oh, and your shoes.
My
Here you
my
go.
shoes!
What
What?
are you wearing?
What is this
There you
weird
go,
thing
sure.
that's
I
happening right
have
now?
no idea.
It's
I'm
like-
very
Hi.
taken
Oh,
off.
I was walking around in socks this whole time.
Yes. I can't believe
Didn't
you
even
did that.
notice.
I can't believe you let me walk around with your shoes.
I'm
All right,
so
bye,
Good
Glenn.
night, everybody.
Bye,
Bye, Glenn.
What just happened?
Well,
Glenn delivered Raj strawberries and his shoes.
and my keys.
You
And
had
his
you didn't
keys.
have shoes on. None of us
You
noticed.
heard
I didn't
Guys.
Did
notice
this
either.
bitch just slide a Glenn fact?
Wait a minute. What is this?
Glenn facts are fictional facts that Glenn makes up. You'll know them if you're in our Discord.
Alright.
Oh my gosh.
What does it say?
All right.
Morgan and I
Cool.
have a collection of Glenn facts. We've mentioned it on the
We had
podcast,
mentioned them
but
before because it's awfully similar to Kabuto's weird
Yeah,
little cards.
yeah.
They're just
Alright.
blank cards.
So,
Yeah.
cool Glenn fact number 002. It says, I peed in the last drink that you have drinking.
Tasty.
Drunken?
My
Nope,
tea.
he wrote drinking.
Drinking?
Yep.
Drinking.
Drinking.
So, Glenn peed in that.
Well, I'm gonna keep drinking it.
Is that coffee?
Nice.
Tea.
And a little bit of Glen pea. I think
And a
you
little
should-
bit
Would
of-
anyone like
course.
strawberry?
It rhymes, so it's true.
Would anybody enjoy strawberry currently?
Anybody want a strawberry?
Go crazy.
I'll have a singular strawberry.
Go for it, yeah.
So, they're like, yeah, it's not like she's gonna run into an old friend, and then we cut to Tanzaku
Nah.
Town, and
Strawberries are
obviously,
epic.
what are you talking about?
The bag, the crinkle one.
Oh, it's fine.
I do that in class
Probably.
all the time. It makes me so uncomfortable. I'm
Mhm.
sure other people are fine with it, but like
Yeah.
I'm eating a bag of chips and I feel like the world's about to end.
I just like if I freaked out every time that we crinkled something on this podcast, we'd never get it recorded.
Or you'd be
It's
dead
just-
by now.
Or I would be dead, yeah. And I've come close so many times to just spontaneously dying while editing.
Me too.
Yeah.
I don't edit, but like
Yeah.
while you're
just
editing, I
spontaneously.
feel your energy
Yeah,
and
you
I'm like,
feel it, and you're like, oh, I'm gonna die too. So it cuts to as soon as Jiraiya's like, it's not like she's gonna run into an old friend. It cuts to because she did, and she's with Orochimaru and Kabuto, and Shizune and Tonton are there, and Orochimaru's like, hey, I'm looking for a favor, and Tsunade's like, well, you probably need me to heal you, huh? Because you look like shit, but I'm not going to. I haven't treated anyone in years. But then Kabuto's like, no, listen, man, Orochimaru needs your help. Nobody else can treat him. And he's like all fucked up.
Kabuto was so nice. I was like, why?
Yeah, no, Kabuto really cares
Kabuto
about
was like,
Orochimaru.
please.
Yeah, dude. It's because Orochimaru's the bottom.
Also, Orochimaru's corny as fuck. Like he has like snakes in his arms. Yeah, we get it. You're the snake dude.
It's
like,
true.
He like has a snake.
Wait,
robe.
did he have snake design?
Yeah,
on
yeah,
his
like
outfit?
on his arms. It was Sorry, I stole your comment.
Oh no, I wasn't making a comment. I was having a moment with Raj
Oh, okay.
because Raj threw the little top of the strawberry into the trash can, and if it didn't have that dumbass lid on it, it would have gone in.
I'm so upset. It hit it, and then it awkwardly fell.
Roger,
Did you complain about the lid last time too?
Yeah, I hate the lid. I hate lids on things. Why are you gatekeeping me?
I got a lid stuck on my arm because I threw like a plastic.
That is so
lid.
funny to
It's
imagine.
sure you can.
What
I
happened?
texted it to Morgan because I was like freaking out that my brain wasn't working.
Well, so
But-
I sent in a group chat that Katie and I are in, and I was like, oh, I feel so sick. Like somebody come and cuddle me, and she's like, where are you? And I was like, oh, I'm in the VA. And then she like didn't answer for a while.
Sure.
And I was like
Yeah.
trying to figure out where she is.
Uh-huh.
And then she said, after class today, I was trying to recycle a plastic lid, and I saw the paper bin, and was like, ah, yes, the flat things bin, and threw it in
Because
there.
you know the slit.
Then I realized my mistake and reached in to grab it, but alas, my
Oh.
arm is not a flat thing.
I don't know if that paints an adequate picture. Like the paper bin is
Yeah,
a
like the
flat
recycling bin with,
line,
like, the flat-
as if you were
yeah.
dropping in a stack of paper.
Yeah.
So
and
to reach
then I
into it-
reached into it, and then the thing. Sorry, you keep reading. Go.
It's the whole thing.
Okay.
It's how you wrote it, because this was a
I
text
know.
message. She wrote it like a letter. But alas, my arm is not a flat thing, so I got stuck, and the lid came off on my arm. My other arm is full, so I keep trying to get the lid, but I can't reach. So I have to just wear it as a bracelet for a little bit while I
Sure.
put shit down to get the thing off my arm, in parentheses. And even with both hands, there was a lot of struggle to get it off.
It was really
I don't know
my
what's
arm.
wrong with my brain, but it's for sure something.
Wow.
Wow. Katie,
I really love
what
the
is
word-
wrong with your brain?
Yeah.
Why
I
was he
don't
talking?
know.
Oh, because the lids of garbage cans.
I,
Yeah.
I appreciate that you went the extra mile and you took off, and you like got the lid from the bin. That's good.
My favorite part
I
about
just
this
immediately
is
was
it
like-
happened maybe 10 feet from where I was and I didn't even know.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Wait. Was it like in the middle of public and you were like dancing
Yeah.
around? That's what I'm
In the
picturing.
middle
In the visual
Yeah.
arts building at school.
That's funny.
Yeah. Right
Yeah.
after class, I just got stuck.
Well, you know what they say. What happens in the visual arts building stays in the visual arts building.
No.
Yep.
Now
No?
it's on the podcast.
Now it's on the podcast. All right.
Unless it's for the podcast.
Yeah, right.
Then
Well, that's the
anything's
rule.
fair
That's for everything. There's an asterisk that says unless it's for the podcast. Yeah, including feet
Yeah.
pics.
I would do that even not for the podcast.
Oh
what
yeah,
do you
you
mean?
just sending them.
Yeah.
All right, fair enough. So, anyways, Tsunade is like, Orochimaru, how did you get so seriously injured? And he's like, it was while I was killing our former teacher, which she didn't know about. We know.
Oh yeah, so I wrote that in my notes. Okay, so okay, 'cause
Okay, I'll let you go.
I corrected you guys. I was like, there's no she has to know, right?
Yeah.
Like, she has to,
And we're
and
like,
fully.
no.
You
Alas.
guys, alas.
Yeah, so he should have come and pretended to be friendly and pretend to catch up and talk about old stories,
Yeah.
and it would have gone so much
What I'm
better.
saying
He was
is-
like, "No, I killed our teacher," and like,
But one, he's fucking creepy, and
I
two, he
know.
has his fucking noodle arms. What is he gonna do? Be like, oh, this? I don't know. I was cooking
He
and
fell
something
down
went
some
wrong.
stairs.
But the point is, I was very much wrong. And you guys are very much right. But it
Yeah.
doesn't matter because
so
I'm
he shouldn't
right.
have crushed the castle. He should have
No,
just been
I'm
friendly.
right. It doesn't matter. Stop.
Should
It's
have
true.
asked nicely.
I mean, I'm sure that snakes are a great way for like transportation, but they sure are cumbersome. I guess like you just run through walls.
Knocking down castles and
Where do you
shit.
Yeah.
work them?
Beats me. I guess. I guess inside the castle because he putting holes through that thing like
Yeah.
it's nothing. Like,
It's just underneath the castle right now. Just
I just
burrows
love the idea
down.
that the snake doesn't give a shit.
yeah,
It's just
where
like
is
everything below me don't matter.
Where did it go?
It's
Wait.
with Gamabunta.
I didn't
They
think
just
of that.
There's a
wander off.
moment
Uh-huh.
in later episodes
Yeah.
where people in the town are like running away,
Uh-huh.
and Jiraiya's like, "What's happening?" And they're like, "There's a big snake."
Oh
My
yeah.
favorite
So I imagine he's just chasing people around.
like a fucking cartoon.
Yeah, he's like,
that part is so funny. Like, but we'll get to it.
We'll get to it. Yeah. So Orochimaru's like mocking Tsunade with the death of the third, but mortality isn't news to her because the two men closest to her both died. And actually, I think Orochimaru's like, "You let both of them die," and it's like this whole thing. Shizune tries to end Orochimaru's mocking by firing poison-dipped needles out of a launcher thing on her forearm, but Kabuto like jumps in front and
Of course,
knocks him
Kabuto's
aside.
such a bitch.
Kabuto?
I'm so tired
Ill
of him.
bitch.
Nope.
Less
Lids.
baller.
Completely.
That wasn't even the
Listen,
lid. That was just
It's
not.
because you guys all watched. Okay.
Yeah.
I watched last
I
time.
know, but I didn't know you were watching.
Now everybody's watching. There's
I
It
more
was a
pressure.
secret watch.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Raj tried to throw a strawberry into the garbage can again. He missed completely
Yeah,
this
was
time.
it
Sometimes Katie seizes.
Oh, no.
That's
Yeah, Morgan
Yeah.
thinks I have Tourette's.
We're gonna play a live gamble. Who wants to take the card to the face?
Not me.
No,
I'm okay.
Who wants?
Okay, you're the last one.
What?
You lost.
They say throwing
Is
cards
that what
keep...
gambling is?
It can.
You do a gamble with your life, and now the top of your
Wait,
head
I'm
is
sorry.
clean
Did you
off.
just say, is that what gambling
He
is?
said, let's do a live gamble.
Yeah.
Is that
The
what
stakes were
gambling is?
high.
No, but it never mind. I can't.
You can gamble without cards.
Well, yeah, but
This
like,
whole-
But also
How
anything
is that-
involving cards is gambling. It's just a
Stop.
blanket.
You gotta
it's just
stop.
a blanket
You
rule.
gotta.
The stakes were high, and,
Yeah.
and the value was great.
should
Yeah.
I
And
add
you
this to
lost.
the deck of Glen
That's
Facts?
how you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how you would know if
Isn't
Kitty
number
had
2? That's
Tourette's.
the
If
low
like
one.
Kitty like grabbed the card midair, just like,
Yeah.
just like.
Everybody knows.
Yeah.
Tourette's.
Tourette's make you catch
Yeah, it
cards?
gives you
No, no.
Matrix abilities.
No, but they're supposed to be really fast. Like they're faster than the average human being. They
Oh,
can,
that's
like
fire.
they can like stop things or like catch things
So
quicker.
Kitty-
I don't know.
I don't think
Yeah.
you
Stop
have
bullets midair.
Yeah.
No, you're acting like Raj could like throw a card at like bullet speed. Like what is this?
What if I could? What if that was my special ability? I could just throw things fast, but my greatest enemy, Liam, can catch things extremely fast.
Yeah. Kabuto blocks the needles, right? But then Shizune charges him and Orochimaru, and she and Kabuto are both like kind of running at each other with a kunai, but they stop just short of cutting each other's throats when Tsunade's like, yo, Shizune, stop. As Shizune steps back in front of Tsunade, Kabuto, he's like, oh man, you're pretty strong. I gotta be real. Tsunade smiles, and like, she's putting on like the fake sweetness, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
She's like, Orochimaru, remember who you're messing with. Then she punches the wall behind her, and with a single punch, the whole fucking thing like disintegrates.
Fucking badass.
Oh, badass as fuck. It like explodes. And she's like, and if you don't back off, I'm gonna fucking kill you. And then Kabuto goes,
thank
wow,
you.
she's so strong, she must be single.
Wait, that
Yeah.
No,
What?
no,
Where
no,
did
she
that
said,
come
no.
from?
You have to get it right.
Yeah.
She's so strong and scary.
Yeah.
So she must be single.
Yeah, what was that?
I don't know.
And like I said it out loud. I thought that Morgan watched the episodes before I did, and so like I saw that line and I was like, "What the heck is that line?" And I said it out loud, and she just didn't really react. And then she was watching it. She's like, "I thought that was like Jiraiya or something."
No.
What?
Like it sounded like
Yeah.
such like a
Really
Jiraiya.
unprompted.
It does. That
Yeah.
makes sense. I think.
Not
Like,
even
he said
Jiraiya.
that.
Like, Jiraiya's canceled, but he's not like that kind. That sounds like a Shikamaru line.
That just like
Shikamaru's
well,
the one
yeah.
who's sexist.
she said it, and I said to her, I was like, that sounds like Jiraiya or like Naruto talking about somebody that Jiraiya is talking to.
Yeah.
That's my
that's
favorite thing
Shikamaru's
that
dad. Like
Yeah,
my
yeah.
favorite thing in the world that connects the Venn diagram of Kabuto and Shikamaru
Uh-huh.
is misogyny.
Yeah. there are other
That's
things.
your
Male
middle-
ponytail.
male pony.
You're right.
Yeah.
Yo, Dr. Ninja beef is crazy. Because they're coming at each other with like scalpels and
I
like
know.
weird doctor
Fucking
knives.
yes.
Yeah.
So
Shizune
sick.
fights with that launcher on her wrist.
Yeah, what was that?
That's badass as
That's
hell.
crazy.
Oh, with all the
Did she
needles
just, like,
dipped in
spit
poison.
Needles one time?
Yeah, she can spit poison needles.
I didn't even see that. That's
Yeah.
fucking wild.
That must be like a pain to carry around though. Like you just have to strap it in
poison
your
needles
arm
on
and
your
then you have
fucking
to,
arm?
Like,
Yeah.
you could just imagine her like sitting at the hotel being like, in one needle.
Yeah, yeah.
Two needles,
And being very
reload,
careful
yeah.
not to like shake your
Yeah.
arm sideways and have a poison needle like accidentally fall out and
Yeah,
stab into you.
stab
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Also, how did she spit needles? Because she must like.
Like
Then she had to eat poison
puffing
needles.
her cheeks out really big so that the
They don't
poison
touch
doesn't touch,
anything?
and just biting it with the tip of her teeth and being like,
Ooh.
you know what I mean? Like a sort of
Man,
like a
She
I
pops
wish
it in the
we-
back of her mouth.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I wish we did this on video too, because
There-
that face you just made was
Yeah.
priceless.
Yeah, someday. So yeah, she blows that shit up. Kabuto says that fuck shit. Then Jiraiya and Naruto still they get blown back because Naruto still can't figure out how to bust a balloon, and they're still on their way to the town. They arrived though, and Jiraiya, unsure of how much longer Tsunade will be there, reminds Naruto, who's complaining about his training, that like Tsunade is the priority.
Doesn't he say son of a?
I don't know.
He says that.
Who Naruto?
Naruto goes son of a.
And then it cuts away.
Cuts.
Like before he says bitch.
No, he doesn't even. No, he just goes son of a. Oh well. Like, why do they?
That's so weird.
Well,
Why
it's
wouldn't
weird
they say
'cause-
bitch?
'cause
Ino's
says-
catchphrase. Yeah.
Ino's
Yeah.
legendary catchphrase.
what's
bitch?
like really weird about this episode is that like it'll be really serious, and you have like Kabuto and Orochimaru and like Shizune and Tsunade just like staring at each other, and it'll just cut to Jiraiya and Naruto and be like, and like totally weird episode,
It's
but
so
like
funny.
I dig it.
Because they're still walking around doing their goofy bullshit, and they haven't like adjusted yet to the fucking second
reality
the,
of-
the
Wait.
new terrorist attack.
Another level of
Uh-huh.
Naruto not being eco-friendly. They're using so many fucking balloons.
They are.
That's so much
yeah,
rubber.
mad balloons and rubber balls, like
Yeah.
full
Yeah.
rubber balls.
Also,
That was the second
swords
step.
the size of skyscrapers.
It's a lot of metal.
It's a lot of metal.
Oh,
The clouds
Sure.
when that sword disappears.
Mhm.
That's just
What
like
are you
Oh yeah,
talking
all
about?
of the smoke when they
Oh,
do
yeah.
their
Got
jutsus
it,
is
yeah.
actually air pollution.
oh my
my
god,
gosh.
the fucking
Yeah.
ozone layer must be torn apart.
Oh,
when,
yeah.
there.
when Naruto does that like 1,000 Shadow Clone Jutsu
Uh-huh.
stuff, it just supposed to be clipped. Like
Yeah,
the ozone
exa-
layer is just like ah.
Exactly, yeah. When remember when Gamabunta's sword disappeared and like Naruto and Gaara were jumping each other and it was just
Yeah.
this giant thing of smoke?
I just didn't, for some reason, Raj said clouds and I didn't think smoke, and I was like, why are clouds bad for the environment? What is Raj talking about? And then
Oh, yeah.
I figured it out.
No,
That's why I
clouds are
was
actually a
questioning it. I
conspiracy
do
by the
remember that.
government. They're just pollution.
Oh.
No,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
love that photo so goddamn much. Where it's like someone's texting like a kick chat of the FBI, and
Uh-huh.
if he's like,
Love
"Alright,
any
bro."
picture that involves a kick chat.
Like it's like, bro, I'll show you, but delete it right after. It's a picture of like. Of like an airplane, but
Uh-huh.
it's like on the side of it, and it's like cardboard, and like the clouds are made out of cardboard, and they're held up by sticks.
Ah.
And the entire time, it's just a giant FBI agent like moving the clouds around
Mm-hmm.
as they move the airplane.
Yeah.
facts.
I mean, it is. It's true. So Kabuto, we cut back to them, and Kabuto pleads with Tsunade to calm down. They're there to negotiate, not fight. But Katie, as you've been saying, then why did they blow up a building to lead with?
Yeah.
Diplomatics.
Kabuto's like trying to be really nice, but he's like definitely not married. Like
Yeah, I know.
Slowly roasting, like
Yeah. Tsunade, she won't listen. She's like, fucking leave me alone. And Kabuto's like, but I have a deal that could benefit both of us.
See, okay, and Kabuto also knew that she was single because he knew that the person that she was in love with died
Maybe
because
she
they
met
were going to
someone
bring
new
it back
lately.
to life. Yeah, maybe,
Okay,
but
Maybe
also,
this
that was
nurse
a while
lesbian
ago.
lover.
No,
Yeah,
I
also
know,
remember,
but, like,
she
So,
and Shizune
you know,
are canonically
Hey,
gay.
you believe in that, but
Head
also
canon.
you believe in love. People can fall in love after a loved one dies.
I know.
So then, what are you talking
Okay,
about?
but I don't know. I just,
Oh, but no,
she's
okay.
stop
obviously
looking.
still.
I-
If she
I-
had
I
moved on, that wouldn't be as
Would have made that.
Then they
I don't
wouldn't. The
know.
deal wouldn't be as
like.
weighty.
It
No,
would
I'm
be
agreeing
weird.
with you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because then once they're back to life, now it's an awkward situation.
Yeah, that would be.
also, I'm
I've always thought.
I'm really confused about like the age of like Tsunade since the last time like Jiraiya
Uh-huh.
saw her. I'm gonna like go ahead a little bit in the episode, but Jiraiya pulls out a picture of Tsunade,
Yeah,
and she looks like she's 15.
yeah. I'm pretty
And
sure.
then it like.
I'm
So
pretty
like,
sure.
when
it's
was
her
the last
fucking,
time Jiraiya saw Tsunade? Like,
Remember like the fucking second episode when Naruto took that picture in the face paint?
Yes.
In the fucking I bet that's her picture from when she was like
Oh, okay.
12 when
That
she
makes
got
sense,
her.
yeah.
It's her
I was
ninja
like,
ID photo.
You see this person? I was like, what?
Yeah.
To be fair, Jiraiya's known to procrastinate. So if he's had, like, I feel like at some point he's had to catch up.
It was just the first picture he could find.
There's
he
only
was like,
so
shit, I
many
need a
like
picture.
legendary Sonic reunion emails you could dodge.
Yeah, yeah,
Eventually, then you gotta catch up.
yeah.
I
Wait, that
wonder.
would be such an awkward reunion.
I wonder if Kabuto types up the emails now since like.
Oh, without
Orochimaru's,
Kabuto's been
like-
typing up the email since day one. That's why he's there.
No, I definitely think Orochimaru is someone who enjoys telling people what to do. So Kabuto,
Yeah.
just to ease his tops like fantasies, he gets that dead person,
Uh-huh.
that nurse that keeps pretending to kill himself.
Right, right.
He gets him to
that's-
type.
Was that last week that we talked
Yeah,
about that?
yeah.
So we were talking about this nurse that Orochimaru kills just keeps pretending to die because Orochimaru can't kill anyone because his arms are fucked up, but they have to make Orochimaru feel good, so the nurse just pretends to die, then puts on a mustache and comes back in.
So imagine he's like
It's a
sitting up
different
on his
nurse.
bed
Yeah.
and he's like telling this guy, he's like, all right, write an email to the Leaf Village.
Mhm.
He's like, dear Leaf Village,
Yes.
I hate you.
Yeah.
I'd like to imagine he writes it with his tongue.
Orochimaru?
Yeah,
Yeah.
If he could pull swords out of there, he could really pull out anything.
like a whole
Yeah.
hand
Yeah.
or some
You ever
shit.
use your nose to press a button?
Yeah, all the time.
All the time.
I've used my tongue to press a
It's
button.
absurd.
Yeah.
Because like before my hands were big enough to do the screenshot on an iPhone, I would hold the top button and then use my phone, the home button with my nose.
Mhm.
I
That'd
use,
work.
but I use two hands to.
Huh?
I can't.
Yeah, wait, can you do both of those at the same time? Your button and the power button?
Yeah.
You do it?
Without,
You just
Wow.
do that.
I've
yeah.
always
I
done
don't think
two
my hands are
hands.
strong enough.
Yeah, that's
I have to
crazy,
use
bro.
my chin.
I have an Android, so I can do it, but...
Fuck you, Katie.
I'm sorry, I think you meant to say I am an android?
Yeah,
I
green
am an
texting
android.
ass. Fucking
I have a
ass.
whole conspiracy theory that
Uh-huh.
like the reason why Katie doesn't talk as much is because she's communicating with her phone
Yeah.
to block Android world domination.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So whenever you guys are like, Katie, say something, she's like, oh, I gotta talk to the humans. I mean,
Damn
peace
it.
back in. Yeah.
Human communication. Switching format modes. So Tsunade's like, yo, I'm gonna count down from 5, and when I'm at 0, I'm gonna fucking kill you. But, she counts down to the last number, and then Orochimaru's like, wait.
Oh, no.
No. I can bring back your brother and former lover. 2 different people, not brother and... brother and also your former lover.
Okay, but with the way the flashback was going,
You were like, maybe. Because
Honestly, yeah.
It was a little weird.
Because
That's a little
the
weird.
first flashback is just the... But we're not... I don't think that happens just yet.
The
But
first
Not
time they
yet,
flashed
but-
their faces, I wrote down, is Tsunade a lesbian? Wait, no, that's a man. Instantly, like, that was, as I was writing, I was realizing that.
well, no, I mean, probably, because we know Tsunade swings both ways because, again, head canonically, she's fucking Shizune, so...
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Dawn just
forgot
has
we talked
beautiful
about that.
feminine features like Haku.
Does
yeah,
every
Haku.
is
So...
every assistant and Sani are like
yeah.
fuck each other?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Which, as we've talked about before, what does that imply about Jiraiya and Naruto's relationship?
Stop.
We don't think about it. We just
You've
move
talked about before.
on. We've all
The
talked
rest
We
of
all
about
us
talked
were
about
like,
it.
Didn't he call him like
I
a
think
little
I
egg?
said
it.
it.
Yes.
Andy talked about his tight little body.
Yeah.
All
Find
things-
him immediately after that.
Yeah.
Andy told him to take his clothes off that one time.
Also
Oh
true.
my gosh.
So speaking of Jiraiya and Naruto, they're in town, and Jiraiya immediately goes to a gambling house, and they're like, yeah, we know where Tsunade is. But, so Naruto's standing in the corner, still training and stuff, and this guy, like, crawls up to him, and he's like, hey, you want to play some gambling? But Naruto's like, no,
They're like-
I'm busy.
Do you
But-
think? Do you guys ever think Jiraiya's gonna get like a documentary like R. Kelly did?
Maybe.
Like,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
It
What you
kinda
didn't
be-
know about the Sani.
Well, no, it's just entirely everything you guys did know.
Right. What you did know
He
compiled.
makes it pretty obvious.
That's
Yeah,
true.
no, yeah.
And
And so did R. Kelly. R. Kelly was always like he was just doing it.
Yeah.
Like he just fully like did shit in public. I was just like, he made the remix to Ignition, so it's fine. No,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
not. You fucking weirdo.
and he does write a series of porn books, though.
Yeah, I was
So
gonna
we
say.
know that much.
No,
I
but
mean-
there's one thing you could totally write, like
That's
make
true.
porn or write porn or whatever,
Without
and not
doing
being a piece of
doing
shit.
the research.
Yeah, like-
Yeah.
So to speak. Jiraiya has to play the dice game, though, the one that the guy's trying to get Naruto to play.
He really doesn't have.
Well, the guy's
Why
like,
does
I'm
he
not
have
going to
to?
tell you about Tsunade
Really,
unless you
Oh.
play
really
the dice
doesn't.
game.
I feel like Jiraiya is just having fun. Right
Well,
now.
a little bit, sure.
He could fully like.
I
kill
mean-
This
this
man
guy.
is like
Naruto's
6'7",
not
weighs
playing
like
those
300
games.
No, Naruto's
Naruto's
not.
like, I'm a trained.
I know,
Naruto said I'm underage.
Jiraiya, oh my god, Naruto is such a bitch. He's such a fucking narc. We'll get-
In this episode,
Uh.
he's such a bitch. Like
Yeah.
he does so. I'm like, why are you being such a bitch about this Naruto?
You're absolutely right. No, but so the guy's like, oh, you have to pick what number it's gonna be, and I'll roll these dice. And Jiraiya's like, oh, well, I'm 50, so I'll choose Cho. But the
What's the
dice,
officer?
I have
It's
no idea.
even.
But
Because his 50, even 50.
oh,
No, I
His
got that
I
part,
didn't
but
know
I
that,
thought there was
actually.
anything deeper to that. I just thought there's no sage
But-
wisdom.
Wait,
It was
that's
just-
crazy that you said that because we would have found
Sage
an email
wisdom.
if you didn't.
Yeah.
Huh.
Wait.
Yeah.
Does that mean that all of them are the same age?
Probably about.
Because
Yeah.
they all graduated
Yeah.
ninja school
Yeah.
together.
So like
No, but they all have different levels of age. So Jiraiya might be the only one who's like accurately aged, because Orochimaru is snake age, and that's like however many ages.
Yeah.
And Tsunade just doesn't give a shit about age. She's
Yeah.
just anything she wants to be.
So Jiraiya's the like point of reference.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
where real
The other
time
ones are
is.
just random.
It could really be a mixed bag.
Because
of problems,
Orochimaru right now is some like 20-year-old lady.
Yeah,
He's just
fully.
wearing a fake face. Remember?
Wait.
I totally forgot about that.
Yeah.
But he took
The
it off.
face
That
off.
is his face.
Yeah.
Which one?
The one
The
that
one
he
he's
has
wearing.
right now.
No.
Oh,
It's the lady's face, and he's like it's like a false thing. Because he was remember he was like, third Hokage. Do you want me to look like me or like what my actual body is? Because he
Yeah.
switches bodies.
He's probably keeping it so Tsunade could like feel comfortable.
Yeah.
If,
Oh,
like,
you mean he has his face on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
okay,
Tsunade
never
wouldn't
mind, I
know who this
misunderstood.
random woman is.
He's in the
Yeah.
random
For-
woman's
for a
body,
very
but he
long-
Once
has
she
his
did,
face
that,
on,
what are
so
the
he does
odds?
look like-
that'd be crazy.
Oh, that's. I was
Technically.
just talking about his face. Not
Sorry, we were doing
about-
two
Yeah,
conversations
yeah.
at once.
I also thought it was what you were thinking.
Oh yeah.
That
Yeah,
I understood.
because and that's why he wants Sasuke's body because Sasuke's such a handsome little lad.
Okay, wait. I need to go back because we were talking about bodies. Why are Tsunade's titties so big?
I know.
No,
They're so annoying.
No. It's fine that it's big, right? That's whatever. That's cool. Why do they focus on them so much?
They're
Every
so
fucking
Animated
second.
where she cries and then it drips and then you see it drip like this.
For like seconds, they just show her boobs.
They're
Those
just,
are just some tiggle bitties.
they're
my
just like, look at this
lord.
necklace, but.
Well, I'm not looking at the necklace.
It's the first female character who isn't 12. And so the anime is like, yeah, let's do this thing.
There's a whole fandom on like Tsunade's boobs.
Yeah, I
Like
heard.
there's like a whole like why Tsunade's boobs look the way. Don't look it up. Like I wish I didn't, but like.
I mean, like, she does use chakra to change the way she looks. So, in theory, she could, like...
To be fair, if I could use chakra to have a boob job, I would.
Oh, absolutely. Without a doubt.
Even then, though.
I'd like some big honkers.
Yeah.
Some big badonkadonks.
We all would, bro. It's
Tell
the
me
way
about
of
it.
the world. Oh.
You didn't have to make it sad.
But you were saying?
But from what we've seen of her from when she was like younger too, like she's always had big boobs.
No, remember she was flat-chested when Jiraiya got tied up to the thing.
Well, when she was like 12.
Oh, yeah.
Because most girls have 12.
Yeah.
Right. But then that's... Well, that was like the first thing we heard of her was Jiraiya being like, you're flat-chested. And then, like, it turns out that no.
Wait.
Made it.
What?
Really? They talked about it?
Her...
I forgot
I
about them
didn't
talking.
even
No,
see
like
it.
I remember that now, but I forgot that they pointed out that she was flat chested.
Yeah, it was like
Remember
the first thing.
I was outraged because I was like, first they're talking shit about Sakura's forehead, now
Yeah.
they're talking shit about Tsunade's
No, I
boobs.
do remember,
Come
yeah.
for me harder.
Yeah. But, you know, she can change how she
So
looks,
yeah,
so you
maybe
never
she's
know
doing
what's
it
true.
because she's self-conscious because of them.
I mean, that's like a whole...
I relate.
I think because, like, it's for everyone, you know? Everyone gets shit on in Naruto.
Yeah.
And they make you feel that at home. I don't feel sad when Sakura gets flat-chested, like, bullied, because I'm not flat-chested. I got some pretty bodacious titties.
What are you even
But, like,
talking about?
you can
What
be
are you
sad,
talking
you
about?
know?
Also,
Because that's what you
Sakura's
feel
not
like.
the one that got...
Sakura?
No, I'm just saying, like, in general, Sakura or, like, whoever it may be, who gets bullied, you know, for, like, big forehead or, like,
Yeah.
they're tall or whatever the fuck, you know, it's for everyone
He's
to
just
get
talking
bullied.
about me.
Yeah,
I'm just bullying
He's
Morgan
talking
again.
about me.
I'm
sure.
You
I
know,
have no
tall,
idea
you know,
what you're
having
saying.
weird colored hair, like,
You
wearing
know, having the
glasses.
name Morgan, you know, it's crazy. They just bully characters. Remember the time that character Morgan came in and was like, yo, Itachi's here.
Again, you're confusing NaruTalk for NaruTalk talk. So, anyways, the dice lands on the wrong thing, basically. But at the same time as the dice lands, Naruto's balloon explodes, and the explosion knocks the dice over, so they win. But then they don't have any info on Tsunade. So they leave the gambling house, they're just wandering through downtown.
Jiraiya was like,
And then...
Jiraiya was like, thanks, Naruto.
Yeah.
And Naruto was like, I don't know what I'm doing.
Got you. Yeah, it didn't help anyways. But so they're walking through town and this woman beckons Naruto over to a scratch-off
Creepy.
ticket stand.
Creepy.
Yeah,
Weird.
and she's like, buy this ticket, you could win right away. And then it turns out he does win right away, so he completely refills his wallet.
It was so
Froggy.
cute too. His like the little frog wallet.
yeah.
Like
He
it's like
named
a
his
full...
frog wallet Gamma.
I know.
That's so
I love
cute.
that.
Which, finally looked it up, Gamma is Japanese for frog or toad. So
that's
that's
less cute.
why they're all
Frog
named-
wallet.
Do you
That's less
think?
cute.
Do you think that Naruto just summons Gamabunta to like talk? Like
Yeah,
they
yeah,
just,
yeah.
like, walk
Well,
into
not
the woods and
Gamabunta,
be
but Gamakichi. I think
Yeah.
is
Gamakichi,
magic.
for sure.
Yeah, yeah.
Gamabunta would like destroy the
Too
building.
much
that they're in.
chakra. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but he goes and gets snacks with Gamakichi, like, regularly. They just chill.
So
Yeah.
cute.
Yeah. And because...
Smokes pot with Gamakichi.
Oh, yeah. Well, exactly. And then Gamakichi goes home, and Gamabunta's like, where were you, son? And Gamakichi's like, I was hanging out with my friend Naruto. You should go help him out. Next time he's in trouble. So it's like, you know, he's networking.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
love that so much.
So yeah, he gets all his money back that Jiraiya spent. But this has always pissed me off because he still lost all that money. So like now Jiraiya's
Yeah.
not going to pay him back. And
Yeah.
he just like, he could have twice this amount of money.
I know. I'm still mad at Jiraiya. Don't
Yeah,
worry.
that's the worst thing
I'm
Jiraiya's
still
done.
worried about Naruto's economic welfare.
Yeah. Well, okay, so Naruto celebrates his stroke of luck, and Jiraiya's like, hey, okay, maybe to find Tsunade, we should climb to the top of Tanzuku Castle, because we'll be able to see, like, all over the place. So he's like, Naruto, come up this nearby path, but the castle's nowhere to be seen. What? So then to end the episode, we cut back to Tsunade, and she's shaken by Orochimaru's offer, and she's thinking about Nawaki, her younger brother who died, and Don, her former lover. And she's like, man, what'll Orochimaru do if I restore his arms? And then Orochimaru's like, well, if you help me, I'm going to destroy the Leaf Village. And that's the end of episode 89.
I love I love the name Don, but it was hard to just avoid it because on Hulu subtitles it's just Dan.
Yep.
You watch the Hulu?
Yeah.
Battle called Jutsu Hulu?
It's true.
Battle called
Yeah.
Is it Don like Donald or Don like D-A-W-N?
It's
Don.
D-A. It's spelled like Dan.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
Yeah, yeah.
Don.
And my
It's
kid ass was
Dan
like,
with an
damn!
accent?
It's like, dog!
Because I read it in the manga first, so when I was a kid, I was like, oh, Tsunade and Dan. just the least interesting name in all of Naruto.
But they had to give
So
him
funny.
really creative hair. It just he's important. He
Awesome
does some
hair.
reason.
Luscious locks.
Yeah.
It's very true.
Luscious locks of character.
Yeah, of wanting to be Hokage.
Yes.
Yeah. When in doubt about character development, just make them want to be Hokage.
It's so weird, actually.
Yeah.
That like, cause like Naruto's whole journey to be Hokage.
Yeah.
Isn't that strangely like? I haven't met a single kid growing up, even till now, who was like, I want to be president when I grow up.
Yeah, right?
Not a single person.
Really?
Yeah, not
When
one.
how old is Naruto? 12?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you're 12, I feel like there are a lot of people who are like, gonna be president.
Yeah,
like,
good
that's
Yeah.
not
No, when I was
about
12,
I
everyone
feel
just
like-
like.
I am from upstate New York though, so everybody's
Right.
like, I want to be president and make it mandatory that everybody has a gun at all times.
Oh my god.
Nah, for me when I was 12, we all just had really low like ambitions. We're just like, I hope I have 12 rocks by tomorrow, and like just like I hope I can sell like 3 pieces of gum.
But
We,
there
we
were
were really
never-
aiming high, trying to get out of middle school.
But there
We
were
just-
never enough rocks to
I
go
hope I have
around.
12
We're
rocks
going
by
places.
tomorrow.
That's
I
not
love
college,
that.
but places.
That's
Yeah.
Queens
Yeah.
for you.
That's Queens, exactly.
There you go. So, episode 90 opens with Naruto and Jiraiya surveying the ruins of Tanzaku Castle, and that's is when all of those civilians run by and they're like, "Wah, get away!"
I really
funny.
want to talk about this because that's when he talks about the snake.
Yeah,
right?
Jiraiya stops this one
and
guy.
then Naruto goes, a snake? I know a lot about snakes. I was like, you saw 3 giant snakes once, Naruto. What do you know about snakes?
No. He was inside a snake once. Remember that? When the giant snake ate him and he went all the way through the
Yeah.
digestive tract?
Was it a snake?
Yeah.
That was a
Oh,
snake.
In the Forest of
Yeah,
Death, remember?
I guess he has known
Snakes-
snakes for
He
a while.
does know a lot about snakes. I stand corrected. My exact notes was, is Naruto a zoologist?
Yeah.
But it never like...
No, but it is funny though because he is like, oh shit, you know about snakes being terrorists?
I mean,
Me
to
too.
be fair, I don't think any character in the show has interacted more with animals than Naruto.
That's
He got
fair.
so excited though. He's like, "You know a snake?
Yeah.
I know a snake."
Yeah.
Hanging out with the soft paw dog. The
Yes.
Soft
Yes.
paws.
Soft and supple.
And-
Yo, where's he at? Where's Pac?
Talking, he's with fucking
You know where he is? He's in the closing.
in the end theme.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It
Yo.
always starts with Paku, and you're right.
The fucking intro and outro to these episodes,
So
unbelievable.
Fire.
They fuck so hard.
Yo,
Fire.
fucking the opening. First of all,
classic.
fucking so good. And then the end song,
So good.
it's just a Persona
We
song.
are,
so-
we are the fighting dreamers.
Yeah, yeah.
Na, 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 na.
That was one of the things when me and Liam went to Anime NYC. They played that one. They played
Yeah.
a great selection of openings, but then the problem with Naruto is that there's like 40 fucking openings, so
Yeah.
they kind of missed.
No,
like,
they
30.
didn't play Bluebird, bro.
Which so insane.
We haven't gotten to Bluebird yet, but it's one of the upcoming openings, and it is
One of-
like
But
But
nothing
that's
else.
what
One of
you
my
know.
Don't look it
favorite-
up because there's no spoilers.
Yeah,
Okay.
please don't.
Look it up.
But like the outros never get as much love as the intros do.
But
And
the
that goes
outros
with, like,
usually are honestly like better listening music.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But,
Because
like,
you
this
could
is for, like,
skip
all that-
them. Like,
Yeah,
when
that's
I
true.
watch it on Netflix, also,
Fucking
Netflix will
auto-skips,
skip
bro.
the intro for me.
Yeah.
Which is
Yeah.
like, I would like go back and I was watching those pretty late at night, so
Yeah.
I got lazy after a while, but...
Right.
But like...
But you gotta watch
I
at
go
least
back-
one,
yeah.
and Netflix makes it very difficult to
And,
do.
and,
It does.
and just in anime in general, outros really get like overlooked. But this outro for this, like
Oh.
right now, so good.
Bro.
And not even just like the
I
song, the
heard it,
video.
I was like, am I in gymnastics? What's
Literally.
going on?
The video is adorable. It's so like
Yeah, it's-
fun
it's
and
amazing.
heartwarming. It's a good little contrast.
Yeah.
I love it a lot.
Oh, yeah.
I love anime outros. Send me your favorite anime outro.
There's something about the Naruto outros where they like miniaturize.
Oh, yeah, where they have
everybody
those
they,
chibi
like,
characters.
love.
The chibi one was
Yo,
really
we already
good.
passed the one where it was Sakura and Ino just slowly dancing
Yes.
together, right? That was
Yeah.
my favorite.
Hot
outro.
one.
We made fun of it for so long, and then all of a sudden we were like, "I love it."
It's kind of genius. Well, it was probably just a fucking Stockholm syndrome. I'm pretty sure everything positive I say about Naruto is Stockholm syndrome.
Pretty much.
So fucking the guy keeps on running, he leaves, and Jiraiya's like, Naruto, speaking of snakes you know, I bet this giant one has something to do with the one that you met before. So,
No shit.
Also, why would he do that?
why would Jiraiya say
Because
that?
like, okay, we know that like certain people, so like Sasuke got triggered when he heard Itachi's name.
Right.
Naruto is fully gonna get triggered when he hears Orochimaru's name. Why
Yeah.
are you like PTSDing these 12-year-olds.
But he doesn't even
I don't
like.
know who that is.
Yeah, he doesn't.
I was
and it's
amazed. He's never
a
heard
little
of
later.
Orochimaru.
Yeah, it's
He's
weird
like,
the
"Who's that?"
information that doesn't like get across.
Yeah.
There's stuff coming up that like it's like
Yeah.
he just hasn't gotten that info
Yeah.
dumped yet.
Yeah.
It's so strange.
So Naruto thinks it's just the grass lady with
Yeah,
the melted
yeah,
face.
exactly.
Like,
And he
Is that really?
the last he's
Yeah,
never
I
seen
didn't know
Orochimaru's full
what he
face.
thought. Yeah.
Well, because during the fight where we like saw Orochimaru's face. Well, first of all, I don't even know if we saw it till he was fighting Anko.
I think doesn't he take the face off after Sasuke like dukes it out with him?
Yeah,
it's like
maybe.
half melted, or does it keep it half melted? That's some.
Oh no!
gross
Well, no,
Orochimaru
it does
thing
stay.
to do.
It does stay half melted because fucking Sakura had that hallucination in the day of Orochimaru like standing a little bit far off with the melted face.
Oh, okay.
So yeah.
That's all. there
So
is.
all anybody knows about all any of the kids know about Orochimaru is the grass village thing. The only people who have seen Orochimaru full out are the older people.
Poor Grass Village. They really took it hard in that.
They really took
Chunin
an
exam.
L. We don't know.
Oh, dude, all the villages took a massive L in the past.
It's true.
I
The
was
Sand
like,
Village?
Yeah.
They got tricked into war.
No, but like,
Yeah, literally
but,
tricked into
but
war.
like,
rough.
Gara literally kills like a Grass Village feudal lord guy
Oh,
in the
yeah.
middle, and then I was commenting that on like the Discord, and I was like, did that just?
Yeah.
And Leah was like, "Yep, don't worry about it. Grass Village."
Yeah.
And I was like,
Yeah, remember the feudal lord of the and then those two guys that run up on Gara, they're like, you better throw this match, and he's like, bam, he just kills them, and then never gets addressed ever
Oh,
again.
yeah.
Yeah.
nobody's like that might start a war.
Yeah, you're like,
no,
you
Grass
think
Village
that it
doesn't
would.
matter.
No,
Like,
Grass Village just doesn't give a
That
shit.
we'll add that to the collection of villages that don't matter.
Yeah.
So there's Grass Village, there's Village in the Rocks.
Yeah.
Or the
That's what they talked
Stones,
about
or the
last
fuck
week,
it was
yeah, yeah.
called.
all the villages that border between like the bigger ones, because if you look on the map, like the Grass Village is this, and then I think it's like the Sand and the
Yeah.
Leaf don't matter.
Yeah.
They're just like
They should make like a
Buffer
village hidden in the
village,
miscellaneous.
That's
the,
funny.
the village hidden in the hats.
Yeah.
You just
Oh,
gotta
that's a
bring
good
that-
one.
Village hidden in the rowers, and the rower started his own clan. It's on a boat. It's a mobile
Well,
village.
they unionized because no one needs a boat anymore because it's a fucking bridge.
Yeah, dude. Everybody
Naruto bridge.
loves the bridge builder until you're a rower.
Naruto Bridge. That
Yes.
is what it's called, which is so stupid.
Yeah.
It's like you want to go to Naruto
Why
Bridge.
would you name something Naruto? It's just so fucking
it's
dumb.
so-
Yeah, God.
It's worse if you were to keep the Aruto but like replace it with like a letter like B, like
Yeah.
like
Well,
Boruto.
Yeah,
That would
be
suck.
dumb.
isn't
a lot
Naruto
if they did
kind
that.
of famous because he has
A bridge named after him?
no a fox, like
Yeah.
because this is kind of a spoiler. Well,
How
not-
much?
Not,
Think
not
about
a
it bef-
spoiler for these three.
Uh-huh.
I'm not.
Episode
I'm not
700 of
NyQuil
Shippuden.
Liam. Okay, I'm not here.
Facts.
Um,
Mad facts.
That made me feel a lot better about going out here. I was like, if NyQuil Liam could do it, I could. I could do anything. But when let's just get to that, and I'll wait till we get there.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay. So at the ruins, Tsunade is thinking about Nawaki and Dawn, and it turns out that Dawn was Shizune's uncle, which is an interesting, like, who is
So
Shizune?
if they are lesbian lovers,
Yes.
super fucking weird.
Or just,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
easy peasy, you know? This guy dies, and you're just like, who? All right, his niece.
Super
Already
fucking
know her?
weird.
I'll just jump right on it, you know?
Now we understand the graduating classes a little bit more.
Yeah.
Because it's like Anku and Orochimaru,
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Anko.
Tsunade and Shizune, fourth, and
Yeah.
Jiraiya.
Yeah.
Question, are they the same age?
Oh, no, because fucking Anko is probably the same age as Shizune.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because if Shizune was trained under Tsunade and Anko was Orochimaru's first student.
Yeah.
So fucking... And then the fourth Hokage was Jiraiya's student, and so the fourth is probably as old as... Or he would be if he, didn't die.
Yeah.
He's probably as old as
Shizune
Anko and
and Anko.
Shizune. Yeah. I think that lines up. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's more math on air.
I
I know you hate math.
I'm not,
so done
I'm not
with
trying to make
math.
this
But you
math heavy.
guys saw the
Let's-
math.
That was an insane moment of lucid, like.
Of lucid mathness.
Yeah, I can never. I have no idea where I pulled that from.
Yeah.
Quite
It
honestly.
was the most impressed I've ever
I
seen.
have an entire plan to
Uh-huh.
pass math.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say because hopefully no math teachers I purchased will find this out. I'm gonna join origami class.
Uh-huh.
Then I'm gonna convince a friend to join with me,
Sure.
and I'm going to get an A in origami by just being like, this person's just gonna help me do origami, and I win.
Yeah.
I'll never have to do math
This
in my
is
life
how I
again.
win.
Wait.
Yeah,
Is origami a math class?
it
What?
is.
Yeah,
You
okay.
didn't
That's
know.
a
What?
math class at our
Okay.
school.
See,
But
that I did not
it's-
know.
Yeah.
Mad hard.
Really?
Yeah.
I heard that you.
I wanna take it
So
just for
it's
fun.
not just like, oh, you do origami and that's it. You have to do the math to figure out why the folds work.
Huh?
That sounds horrible.
What?
That
It's
sounds
harder
like
than math.
That's
in
how you
sounds
contemporary
take the
life.
fun out of
I heard some
origami.
people say that
Contemporary
pre-calc
life,
is
I
easier
took
than
and it was so
origami.
easy.
Yeah, that's
It's
a
like 7th grade
That makes me
factoring.
lose so much hope.
that's a big old flaw
Like
in
an
your plan,
insanely
bro.
amount of lost hope right there.
I think it depends on the teacher because someone told me it was just making origami birds, but
That'd be
it
cool.
might backfire
I would
on
do
me.
that.
Like
Yeah,
they'd be
get
like,
the
Nick, we know you can't do origami, so we're just gonna make you do the math of origami. It'll be theoretical origami,
The
and then I'll
theory
be
of origami.
pigeonholed into doing theoretical origami.
That
Draw
sounds
pictures.
That's
of
how you
birds.
beat the system.
That's how you lose to the system, bro. The
The
theory of
system,
origami.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
You just think about origami.
Yeah.
They make you
Fuck.
write a fucking paper that's just like.
That's how
I mean,
origami
I
folds
think
you.
just knowing that if you did their calculations and it can make an origami thing, it's just as good as making the origami thing.
Oh.
Except you don't.
See,
have
but
Except
the
you don't
calculations
get
are
you
way
don't get the
hard and you
prize.
don't.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
don't need the prize when you know that the real prize is the knowledge itself, guys.
Well,
Who are you?
Well,
Yeah,
but
What?
Get out of here with your
doesn't sound like
style.
Raj at all.
Don't make fun of my style.
I'm not making fun of it. I'm
Math-
saying that it's changing you.
Imagine.
I
that.
know. Okay.
Imagine handing someone a paper bird from origami, and you're like, do you even know how that's technically made? And it's like,
No, you
yeah, I
just
made it,
school
and you're
them.
like, but do you know the theory behind it?
I'm about to find out, I guess.
Yeah, I guess so, bro. So yeah, and Shizune insists that like, yo, you should not bargain with Orochimaru. Bad idea. However tempting it may be, it would be a betrayal to Nawaki and Don's dreams.
And,
Suzune.
and she yells that.
Yeah.
At the top of her
Oh yeah, yeah.
lungs.
She's like, Tsunade!
Which, by the way,
You're gonna give up your dreams!
that's kind of like the worst conversation to eavesdrop ever. Like the castle's fully like destroyed.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
Casually being like, let's make a deal. Ha ha ha.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
isn't it strange how like half the town is panicking, the other half don't give a shit?
I know. Well, I feel like maybe some people just didn't notice that it's gone.
I mean, Naruto and Jiraiya didn't
Okay,
notice.
but like if a building on our campus just disappeared, I would be like, huh, all right.
yeah, I do the
I
same.
would like.
Depends on the building, I feel.
I guess that's true.
Our dorm building's gone.
Yeah, if I would.
But all of our
woke
stuff
up,
is still
be scary.
floating.
If I woke
midair.
up and my apartment was gone, I was just like lying on the ground. I'd be like, I don't remember this, but
Wouldn't that be such a
seems
fun
right.
game to make? Where like, okay, so everyone has their own individual rooms, whatever, and then you just delete the building,
Yeah.
and then all their things are in the air, still suspended,
Yeah.
and you have to get to your room, so you have to climb other people's room
That
stuff.
sounds like some Sims ass
Wait,
logic.
that would be so fun though.
So
That would
fun,
be
right?
cool.
Climbing, like there'd be like boss rooms where it's like the weird gaming LAN kids, and they're stabbing you with their LAN mouse.
have
And
to-
And I
cables.
feel like
We
it
just
could
have
be
to
cool
climb
too because there
Starbucks.
could be like different levels because like some people have like a ton of shit in their room.
Which
Oh,
would make
yeah.
it easy
Yeah.
to climb.
The
yeah,
hoarder's
and then
room would
there's
go
some
crazy.
people who have
Yeah.
nothing.
What about our rug? Would that just like stay there? Would we have
It would
to
float.
just
It'd be the
we
floor.
could just walk on our rug
It's a
and
thing
then
in our
reach our
room.
stuff?
No, everything floats. You just have to climb on and get to your room. So
Yeah.
for me, I'm like the furthest and highest away you can be in this building.
You
So
get jacked, bro.
I have to be jacked to get the fuck up
Yeah,
there.
you'd be like jumping
Yeah.
around.
But
and all
getting
sorts
down
of
would be
shit.
so either unbelievably fun or incredibly painful.
Yeah.
But you could use our rug.
As a
because-
parachute?
Oh, we
Yeah.
add physics
Like,
to
in the
it,
same
and we
area.
just start flying. Oh,
Yeah.
guys, game developers, $1 billion ideas here on NaruTalk Pod. Come on, I'm shooting them out here.
I live
I've
on the
given
first floor,
every
so I just jump
industry.
through my window. Like,
Yeah, you could just literally just be there.
I have given so many industries $1 million ideas on this
It's
podcast,
true.
and no one's making anything.
Yeah.
yet.
Because
All
they're
I
all
ask for
11.
are credits in.
Because most of our audience is 10 to 12.
Yeah, well they'll do it
We'll
when
grow
they
up.
grow
Yeah,
up.
when
Yeah,
they're-
and
when
then
in,
all of a
like,
sudden
10
there'll be all
years
this
when
amazing
they're
Yeah,
stuff.
that's when the real
Grown-ass
money
adults.
comes in.
There's gonna be a
Exactly.
spike in CEOs. Like
Yeah.
Raj would like.
I hope so. I hope
Yeah,
I
yeah.
inspire some great ideas.
So Shizune's yelling about not taking the deal, and Tsunade's like, Shizune! She's yelling too. She's
Yeah.
like, Shizune, shut up! Because she's like,
Shut your fucking mouth!
she's really shaken. And Kabuto's like, hey, baby, we don't need you to answer right now. Take a week, think about it, and if you say yes, we need 2 human sacrifices.
What? Like,
These
he's
guys are
really
really
not gonna-
consistent. You gotta respect that. Every time Kabuto and Orochimaru ask for things, they always give them like a week to do it.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
never
Yes,
on the spot.
But they also were like, hey, fix my fucking arms and also give
Yeah.
me 2 people?
Exactly.
Well, hey,
Like,
I
they
mean-
should
I
provide
mean,
the people if they need it
listen,
that bad.
Sure, that may suck. It might be a lot, but you got a week to think about it.
Yeah, and you got a week to. Well, no, what I was thinking
find 2 people a
was
week.
that she has 2 people.
Make it good.
She has 2 people who fit fucking Nawaki and
Shizune
Don
the pig.
perfectly. Fucking Jiraiya and Naruto.
That's what I was thinking too.
Well, she doesn't have them yet.
That's true. That's true. But that's
Fuck.
immediately where my mind went. Was like,
Yeah.
obviously if she chooses
Okay.
evil, she'll kill them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jiraiya's a
I-
pervert and she doesn't
I
know
That
thought
was
it
Naruto.
was
probably
Tsunade.
intentional.
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly.
I
And
thought it was Shizune the pig.
she's in the pig.
Yeah.
Also,
Does that count?
The pig? I don't
doesn't
know.
Doesn't
count.
count? Probably
Naruto's certainly not as smart as a person, so I feel like you could just sort of fake it.
no.
He fucked a
The
pig,
pig
remember?
is wearing a necklace.
You guys remember that when he fucked the pig?
What?
This is Raj's. It's his fan fiction.
No. He did this. First 90 episodes, remember?
It's called Naruto Goes
He
Full
fucks a
Hog.
pig. Tell me someone remembers he fucks a pig.
Nope.
I
Oh
certainly don't.
wait.
No.
Wait, Morgan's getting this.
This is like the time with the iCarly.
No. This is real.
Wait,
This happened.
Okay, I don't know if this is like a weird, like, I think this is a repressed memory that I have, or it's something that you just implanted in my brain. Learned about that in psych the other day. Whatever.
Sure.
Cut it to
But
sight.
like, there's a connection that Raj and I are having
Yes.
right now, and I think it happened.
Naruto
Yeah.
really fucks a pig.
Naruto fucks a pig.
I think
I
in like
don't remember
Raj
that.
language, he fucks a pig. I
He-
think
no,
there was
no,
a
no, no, no,
weird
no, no.
interaction.
He fucks a pig.
Does he actually?
Yeah.
Okay, when?
Don't believe it.
Naruto Bridge episode 8.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, he does fuck a pig.
Yeah.
Remember?
The
I
fucking-
fucking that to you
That's
guys.
why I couldn't remember if it actually
that the samurai chop up in the woods. He comes back and he's like, I just fucked that pig.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, it's
why,
real.
Okay, but that's why I couldn't remember if it was real or not, because I was trying to think of a time that it happened in the real show. and
Yeah,
I was
me
like,
too.
I feel like
See,
it
no,
did.
but you, it was in your brain.
It was in there.
So I'm glad that it's
So
still
it worked.
there.
It
Yeah.
was a
Okay.
repressed memory.
Guys,
You could have said it was Naruto Abridged.
No,
No,
I
that's
like
the
that.
point.
I like
The
this.
trick was
way
the
better.
fun of it.
a
Yeah,
bridge
yeah.
is what your concrete knowledge of real Naruto should be.
Yeah.
Because you didn't see the first 19.
Yeah, so
That's
just
true.
think of it as if it's canon that Naruto fucked a dead pig.
And
I
also
believe
pissed
it.
on a kid immediately
No.
after.
Yeah.
That. Yep.
That was the worst.
David Bowie, Yasukashi.
To hear our more
So
detailed
much.
thoughts about Naruto Abridged, it's Real Radio episode 6, so head over to our Patreon.
Go listen to that.
Patreon.
Lots of awesome stuff like
Slash
fucking
NaruTalk
pids and pee on kids.
Yeah.
Did you say fucking pids?
Did I say fucking pins? I was like fucking pigs
Oh.
and peeing on kids.
Oh, don't fuck pins.
Ah.
Yeah.
Depends on what kind of pins.
Nope.
Bowling pins?
No, I don't think it does.
12-year-olds, remember?
That is true.
You said
Don't.
bowling pins. There's some 12-year-old at the bowling alley right now, and he's like, well, that gives me a great idea.
No.
He's coughing because the 12-year-olds all smoke cigarettes because they've heard us say it's cool.
Oh,
Or they
no.
like Hayate.
Yeah, that's
They
what I
just-
was thinking.
It's actually a mystery cough, and it
Would,
doesn't get
yeah.
answered.
would that work if you went to like Anime NYC and they have
Uh-huh.
like a no smoking rule,
Yeah.
and you went as Hayate, and technically if you're cosplaying, you gotta be smoking. Can they kick you out?
I think so. It's like how if you're cosplaying and you bring a real gun, they can kick you out.
Yeah. Yeah, you bring a
That's
fake
true.
cigarette.
Yeah. My character
Just
has
like
a
a
fully
piece of
automated rifle. It's like, don't think so, buddy.
But to be fair, like when it,
Everyone knows Naruto carries around an AK-47.
but when we went to Anime NYC, they were selling guns and swords.
Yeah, but
Like,
not
fully.
real ones,
No,
Raj.
yeah.
No, but if you hit someone hard enough with one of those,
That's
you
true.
could kill them,
You
right?
could kill somebody
could
with
kill
anything if
anything.
you hit him hard
Yeah.
enough.
And that's
Gosh.
the point of it, guys. So why not let me smoke?
Raj, if I hit you hard enough with my hand, I could kill you.
Raj
Yeah,
just
so
wants-
put your
killing
hands are
other
out in
people.
NYC and my cigarettes aren't?
Yeah, Raj just
Listen,
wants to smoke cigarettes.
This is a conversation we need to save for a Rio Radio because I will always like fight on the fact of like personal weapons versus like.
Hand to hand combat.
Listen.
What do you think would win, gun or fist?
Okay, gun.
It depends.
No, it's fist.
If you're fast
If you
enough.
have Tourette's, you can catch the bullet.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
what I learned.
What?
I'm not fast enough.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
what we learned earlier today.
I'm not fast. You're fast enough. You're fast enough.
Oh, I'm not
Meaning
fast
Raj
enough.
and Liam.
I'm so
I
wired.
didn't-
I'm sluggish. I feel like I'm a walking piece of static all the time.
You're
Ah, just
walking-
like that.
Okay.
Do you think static would be wired?
Oh, I mean, yeah.
Because like this. So could you catch a bullet?
Oh my god. Maybe I could stop a bullet probably with like electricity.
I think you
like,
can
like
stop
on
a bullet with your
Palpatine.
body, bro.
The dark
That's
side.
what I'm thinking.
What does Palpatine say when he's shocking them? He's
Unlimited power.
I love that so much. Why are the Pringles so weird?
Yo, I fucking love those.
I love
movies
them.
so
I love
much.
them.
So Shizune's like, hey, this is shitty. We should not do this, Tsunade. But Tsunade's like, she's thinking about it. She's thinking about killing some motherfuckers.
Just real thinking about it.
Yeah. So then Orochimaru does this weird thing where he like pulls up his arms, even though they're supposed to not work. He like
Yeah.
wills it up.
What?
I'm assuming he's got a little tiny snake in his sleeve that's rising
No,
up. And
I'm
it's,
thinking
Yeah,
this
yeah,
is why
he-
he's always screaming.
Yeah.
Is because he's like he can move them, but it fucking hurts.
Yeah.
But he keeps
but
moving
it's like
them.
me
don't
not
worry,
finishing
yeah.
my antibiotics. Yeah.
So
It's
like
like,
that's how he killed the nurse.
Yeah,
Oh,
and then
right.
he's like,
Move.
ow!
Yeah.
It's
So
either
just
that or
stop
he called
killing the
Cockroach
nurse.
to just chill in the back and be like,
God,
with,
Ricky
shoot
Marl's
the
a
puppet
fucking
and
puppet.
raise them up.
Oh my god.
Well, look, so Orochimaru raises the arms, and then he bites his finger so hard that it bleeds through his bandages. And it
You
like,
have to bite so hard to do that.
but he can't feel.
Give me one
Oh,
argument.
yeah,
Give
maybe
me
not.
one
Bad.
solid argument.
You're right.
As to
Probably
why
could.
lids
Oh, well,
on
no,
trash
also
cans are
he's
good.
just always in pain. So
Yeah, I
it
was gonna say,
doesn't bother
compared to
me.
the
something
pain in
else,
his
bro.
arms already, he's
I know,
like,
I know.
eh.
Yeah, yeah.
Guys,
So-
give me solid arguments why lids on trash cans are good. Because they're not. They're just dumb.
Keeps in
Didn't
the
we already
smell.
have this conversation?
You get a
No.
nice bracelet.
It's the. That's funny, but it keeps in the smell.
I mean, I feel like
And
I
it
could
keeps
still
out the
smell it.
bugs.
Well, why not let the bugs have the trash?
That's
Because
actually-
then they're in the room, and then they eat you.
Well,
But
why
if
don't you
they're-
designate the trash
Raj, are
cans
you
in
trying
the
to get eaten?
place?
Wait, I kind of agree.
Maybe.
How come? Yeah, you do. You can't just designate the garbage can for the bugs. Keep them in there.
Everyone's always talking about how like pollution is ruining the world, but we're always really anti-waste of how we can like decrease pollution.
How would that
Easily.
decrease? Oh, because the bugs we eat it.
Bugs, raccoons, anything, little critters, deer, me.
Yeah.
I'll go in the trash. I don't care. I'll eat some shit.
That's what do you think I eat? I don't. It's not like I eat at our
I
fucking
thought you
dining
said
hall.
meat, and I was like, what?
That's the
was
whole
like,
point
oh.
of composting, Raj.
But whatever.
But do we
People are
compost?
doing that.
Do we do that?
We don't.
We
We don't.
supposedly
We don't.
have the compost rocket that supposedly.
No. So the blood really freaks out Tsunade like a lot because it turns out that she has really bad hemophobia, like crippling.
Okay, I don't know if this is where that trope started or if it's because it probably wasn't here where it started. But that trope kind of annoys me, where it's like medical expert or person who has to deal with blood.
Means-
No, it couldn't have started with Naruto because fucking Trigun. Wait, Trigun come out first?
I have not seen
Alright,
Trigun.
but that's the whole thing about Trigun is that he's a dude who shoots people, but he's afraid of blood. Like this trope of like where you have to engage in blood actively, but also be afraid of it. Kind of annoying.
But
Kind of a
Tsunade,
cop-out.
we find out later, it's like PTSD
Yeah.
based.
Yeah.
which is
it's
good.
Crazy.
So it differentiates. From
yeah,
the trope.
yeah. But so they Orochimaru and Kabuto fuck off. Like with that, they leave. It's like a power ending.
Snake.
And
he's
snake away! The giant snake flies
comes
up
out
into
of the ground.
yeah.
Scoops him up in a
Yeah, yeah. He just grabs him like
his
his
car keys and the snake goes.
Do you think that Orochimaru has like a saddle for his snake?
He rides in its mouth, I think.
No, they don't even ride. They stand.
Oh, they do.
entirely.
They do. Yeah, they stand on top
Really?
of the head.
They must have great stability.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
no, they're just rocking around constantly.
That's why they teach you the whole walk on water, walk on tree shit, just so you could stand
Stand
on
on.
animals.
Yeah.
Third level, walk on.
Snakehead.
Orochimaru has unbelievable balance for someone who can't really
Like-
swing his arms
Yeah,
that
yeah.
easily.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, snakes don't have arms usually.
Oh, you're saying Orochimaru
He is a- I
fits
guess,
right
yeah.
in.
Yeah.
You know how like when snakes do that thing when they're like charmed and they like stand up and like they're just on their tail?
Yeah.
That's what he's just fucking doing all the time.
All the time.
That's what the third should have done.
Yeah.
Pulled out a
Pull out
flute
a
and be like,
Just bodied his ass quick.
and put him in a basket
He
and
would've
just be
been
like,
Yeah.
Baby, it's
If only
okay.
they had a flute.
That's
He
why.
could have made fucking.
If only when the sound. Oh, I mean they were
Monkey
fighting
Man.
the sound ninja.
Yeah.
They had the flutes.
That's why fucking Orochimaru had to make the village in the sound, because if someone else had made it, it would have been the ultimate enemy.
Flipped, yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
Maybe
He's
that's
thinking 3 steps
yeah.
ahead.
Exactly.
You know what he's playing, guys? You want to do it? Want to bring it back? 40
40
chest.
chest.
Let's fucking. Can you throw air horns in here?
Yeah.
Alright.
I like how Roger's always like,
Nothing.
throw it this.
Yeah,
and
it's
then
the worst.
There's like a 50-50 odds that it'll be like, it'll happen. And
Yeah.
you're like, cool.
Yeah, I hope so. Raj from the future. I hope it happens.
I'm always like, nah.
Yeah. At the two of us.
Yes.
So entire Sonic X theme song?
Yeah, that was funny as fuck.
I probably just put it in. I probably didn't put in the air horns, but put in the Sonic X theme song.
You should replace the Sonic, like the air horn sounds, but with the Sonic one, so it goes Sonic. It's like that.
No.
No.
I cannot do that.
That's so annoying.
Yeah. So Jiraiya and Naruto arrive at the castle just moments after everybody else left, but then they're all gone. So we cut to nighttime, and Tsunade is drinking herself into a stupor alone at a restaurant in town. No, she's not alone. She's with Shizune. Sorry. And Shizune's like,
never alone.
damn,
I'm
yeah,
never alone.
yeah. Shizune's like, man, you must be so upset because of this like whole thing that's going on. And then outside, Jiraiya and Naruto are wandering through the streets, and they're like, well, fuck, man, we can't find Tsunade anywhere. Let's stop at this tavern. And this is where Naruto's a little bitch.
Yeah, again, like,
Boy.
Such
okay.
a bitch. It's crazy. He's like, I'm not 21. I can't go in a tavern.
And Naruto has the worst bitch face ever. Like his eyes squint, but diagonally, and it's like, and you're like, stop.
Well, also, he's like, oh, let's go somewhere that has, like, real food, like a ramen shop. And I'm like, bro, it's a tavern. They probably have, like, burgers
Yo,
and shit.
way better
Like,
than your
relax.
fucking ramen that you eat for every goddamn meal.
Yeah.
But Jiraiya's like, nah, bro. We're here for information, not food.
The food at these bars, honestly, fire.
Yo, it looks
we
good
just
as
get
fuck.
peanuts and America Land.
Yeah. No.
Konoha has like fucking
fish trays.
food.
Yeah. But as soon as it's funny because as soon as Jiraiya walks in, he locks eyes with Tsunade, and they're
Great
like,
scene.
Is that? Oh my god!
I was so disappointed when they walked in and you fucking see Tsunade in the back.
Yeah.
I was like, seriously? We've been watching them look for her for like 5 episodes,
And
they're just in the same bar.
Yeah.
And then they were like, it's just like Jiraiya.
Yeah.
She's like Tsunade. And
Yeah.
they're like, ooh.
And Naruto stares at her
Jiraiya's
boobs.
surprised, even though they've been
Dude,
looking
yes.
for her.
He just stares at her boobs.
Yeah. Well, it has been a long time they've been looking for her, and they finally found her just randomly.
Yeah.
Although they
Yeah.
find her boobs right
I thought they were gonna do the thing like what they did with the door and.
Where it was like you think
yeah,
they're
where,
about
like,
to
you
see each
think
other.
Because I thought they were about
But
to
no,
see each
here
other,
it's
and then it
just-
was supposed
They,
to be
like,
a
surprise
surprise
bamboozled
and I was
her.
like,
I
well,
think
of
he
course
just
they
ran
did.
out of characters to cut to now because this no one.
Yeah.
The show's now called Naruto Jiraiya.
Right.
I can't tell if Jiraiya is an idiot who's just really lucky or
Yes.
like
It's probably
actually
that.
the legendary Sonic that he was bragging about
It-
in the middle of the
it's a little bit of
road.
both. Yeah, I mean, if you surround yourself with talented toads, people never notice that you can't do it. You know?
They really do everything.
Yeah, exactly.
He literally summons a mouth
Yeah.
of them. It's
Yeah,
like,
that's
Yeah.
true. There's a toad body part that you can summon individually for everything.
Yeah.
Oh, stop.
Yeah, don't think about that
Didn't
too
he have
much.
like a navigation toad?
Yeah, he did. He was like, just use my tracker toad to find
Yeah,
me.
That's
Like,
when
it's
you
an
first
MS
meet him.
toad.
He's like
Yeah.
sitting on that tracker.
Oh yeah, and that toad that he was sitting on the head of that one time. You
Yeah.
recall? Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways,
When he was like masturbating on the toad.
the one he was masturbating
Yeah.
on top of. Yeah.
We've taken it back.
So Naruto and Jiraiya.
It always goes back.
They join Tsunade and Shizune at their table. They order food, and Shizune considers how amazing her luck is to meet 2 Sannin in the same day, because these motherfuckers are legendary.
So,
Uh-huh.
question.
Answer.
They were all in the Leaf Village together. They probably just saw like Jiraiya and Tsunade just like walking down the street
Yeah.
buying like sweet dumplings or whatever.
Yeah,
they
like
do
in
for
the-
fun.
Back in the day.
And like I guess she's hyped that she sees Jiraiya now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
No more question. Question
'Cause-
answered.
All right.
I have a qualm.
What's the qualm?
So the way that it was written,
Uh-huh.
I don't know if it was like a language thing or
Uh-huh.
a translation issue.
Or just somewhat
But she
a poorly
says,
written show.
"Wow, I'm so glad that I met 2 of the legendary
I
Sannin."
think
And I
I
was
had
like,
the same question.
"There's only
Yeah.
3 of them.
Yeah.
You've met all of them. Just say all of them."
Yeah.
No, yeah, and they say multiple times, like later in the episode where she's like, "Oh yeah, 3 of the legendary Sannin all in one place," or they say 3 of the legendary Sannin, and
Yeah.
we're like, "Wait, but
It's-
isn't there?"
That's
only
it.
three.
It's the 3 legendary
Yeah, exactly. I was
Sannin.
like,
All of them.
what?
It's like when
Yeah.
Raj said fucking
Oh, yeah.
both of your arms. Or no, you didn't say both of
Or
your arms.
2 of
You
your
said
arms.
you said 2 of your arms.
And
yeah,
but
yeah.
he said something last week's episode, which
Uh-huh.
hasn't come out yet.
Yeah.
But it was very like something along the lines of that. He was like, "Oh yeah, well I have like 4 of those things," and we said like 2.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
We said
I
3
don't remember
things,
that.
and he's
either,
like, "Well, I'm all 4 of those." And we were like, "What?" Or no, 4 out of those.
Yeah.
And it was only 3, and we were like,
Nice.
"What?"
I'm learning math, okay?
Yeah,
That's
it's
my new
more math, come
personality
on.
trait, guys.
Raj is gonna learn math through the daycare. Like,
Oh, fully? Yeah, no, they have me. No, dude, I get so nervous when a kid asks me to help him with math. I'm like, fuck, how do I divide?
just ask Tinkerbell Jesus.
Yeah.
No, she really comes in
Oh,
clutch when
she's
it
a
comes like
genius.
I have such a hard time like communicating with them because sometimes even though they're speaking now, they just sound stupid
Sure.
and I can't understand them.
That makes
But that little girl is just such a great translator between like
Little kid dumb shit.
and big kid dumb shit. So, she'll I'll be like, hey, what do they say? And then they'll say it to her, and then she'll be like, tell me, and then I'll be like, oh, okay, yeah. And then
Oh.
I don't know, I like get I don't know, push a button or something.
Yeah,
I'm just
yeah.
like, well, that's all they wanted.
It was simple in the end.
Most cases, it's just them calling me gay,
Yeah.
or like, or just asking me like why my nails are
nail
painted.
polish. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
It's still very. No matter how many times I've had to explain it, I'm not even explaining it anymore. I'm just like,
It just is.
it just is painted.
Yeah.
They're just like, haha, gay.
What if you made them believe that it wasn't painted and that was just how your nails looked?
Oh
Something
shit.
you
can
can
do
try.
that.
Bamboozle these fucking children.
Yeah,
I
Dumb
like
as fuck,
painted
bro.
my nails over like New Year's. I
Uh-huh.
came back here for New Year's and someone like painted my nails black and I was like, this is cool because I'm Itachi now or whatever.
Yeah.
And then I came back home and my mom was like, what the fuck are you doing? And
Yeah.
I was like,
and then you killed your whole family.
Yeah.
And you were like, yeah, I really am
Problem
Itachi.
solved, yeah.
Actually, at the daycare now, they started feeding me. which is
Damn.
fair. Okay, because so this is
I don't know why I'm afraid
no,
of
it's the
that.
bad children. They kill them and give them to Raj.
What's
So every Friday is Pizza Friday,
Uh.
which annoys me when kids go, I wonder what's for lunch today. It's Friday.
It's fucking
always
Pizza
Pizza
Friday.
Do you think kids know what like days?
No,
Dude, I don't know
Show
what
up
days
to
are.
things and I'm on vacation. I don't know what day it is.
Yeah.
I wake
just
up,
feel
I
like-
go to sleep, and that's it. Like I do things.
But when I was a kid, though, everything I did was solely based on what I was eating. So, like,
Mm.
I'd be like, I don't know what day it is, but it feels like pizza.
Yeah,
So I'd
no,
be like, it's
exactly.
pizza.
Pizza day.
Like I just feel like if you're eating Pizza Friday for the past 4 years of your life, you'd remember it's
You would
Pizza
start
Friday.
to figure it out.
Yeah.
Be like,
Yeah.
well, it's been
But-
five foods since pizza, so I think it's pizza.
Must be pizza.
So the daycare gets like a fuck ton of pizza, right?
Uh-huh.
And it's my job to grab that pizza and give it to them. And the woman who gives them to me sometimes will give me a slice and say, "Shove it into your mouth as quick as you can." So I was like, "All
Sounds
right,
like a chicken
epic."
hazard.
So I was doing this, right? Oh, dude, I choke on this shit all the time, but I can't look like a bitch in front of my boss.
Right, of course.
I'm eating that pizza as fast as I fucking can.
Yeah.
And then like the boss of like
Uh-huh.
the daycare, like the head of the daycare comes in, just sees me like full chipmunking right now with like mad pizza.
Oh, no.
She's like, Raj, what are you doing? I'm just like,
yeah.
yeah. and then luckily my boss is just like, oh, I gave him some leftover, and they cleared me. But I've never felt more helpless in my
Yeah.
life than with pizza.
I thought
Yikes.
you were gonna say that when the big boss came in, that the children came up and like all put their pizza in your mouth so you wouldn't get yelled at. But
Yeah.
No,
To
that-
make you look really cool, they like the boss comes in and all the kids are like, sacrifice your pizza to Raj. And the person's like, how'd you train them so well? And you're like, I'm a god.
That would have
to
been a
them."
great like School of Rock moment, but these kids fucking hate me, so I really don't like it. Imagine.
That would be amazing. Yeah, I was about to be like, they don't love you that much. do
No,
they?
this class, I mean, there's like some particular kids who like enjoy me quite a lot and who I really vibe with, and it's all the kids with the Switch and God Girl. So it was nap time. There's this little kid, and he's like, we're just talking about Breath of the Wild, and he has this Nintendo sticker book.
Love it.
We were looking through the stickers, and we get to a Mortal Kombat 11 sticker, and then I was just like, because it wasn't even like a full page, it was just like the logo, and he was like, oh, I know that one. Like, you know Mortal Kombat?
You probably shouldn't know that
And then I was
one.
like, yeah. And he's like, yeah. When mommy goes to sleep, daddy lets me play it sometimes, and he told me never to tell anyone. He's like, the fatalities are funny, right? I'm just like, yeah.
But of all of the things to have about your parent that your parent told you never to tell anyone, that's a pretty tame one.
I love that for the kid.
Yeah,
that the
yeah.
dad's like,
Thank
yo,
God it's like-
play some M-rated games.
Yeah, right?
with me,
But I
dude.
also, it's like when mommy goes to sleep, which is probably not like super early, so I imagine that he like goes into his son's room and is like, wake up. It's time to play
Get
Mortal
over
Kombat.
Kids wake up in the middle of the night all the time, though.
Yeah.
To play
And
Mortal
this kid
Kombat?
wakes up.
No,
Yeah.
just to be
If
like,
I
I
was
miss
four,
that phase of
yeah.
my life.
just to be like, Dad, I can't sleep, and
Yeah.
like, play Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, in this case, it's for Mortal Kombat.
I just love
yeah.
the idea of dads being supportive of kids' like gaming habits, because
Yeah.
the disconnect from like learning how to play a video game and then getting your ass kicked by your kid.
Yeah.
Is like my dad sucks ass at Smash Melee, but he like put the tiniest bit of effort into learning, and I kept beating him, and then he just got mad, and I was like, well, you're a loser. So
I
I, moved
tried
on
to-
to bigger fry.
I
but-
tried to play Smash with my parents one time, and I was like, I don't get it. And I
Yeah.
was like, no, you just press the button, just press
Well,
button.
I still don't get Smash, so that's.
Yeah.
It's Smash is a very humbling game because no matter how good you are, there's always someone better than
It's
you.
true, and it's usually somebody who's never played before.
It's that, and you're stuck in a bubble when you play, because that's how it goes for every Smash player. You either like play online all the time, or you play with like a great group of friends or whatever. So I play with a group of friends, and I'm pretty much really, really, really good, and I beat most of them, right? But then the second you reach out, you think you're hot shit, go to a tournament,
Yeah.
you get bodied within 5
I've been
seconds.
to a weird amount of Smash tournaments. Have I mentioned that on the podcast?
No.
Yeah, because I dated a guy who like competitively plays Smash and like still competitively plays Smash. I
Wow.
don't know what his user is, but like I always was the ride, and so I just have been to like all the Smash
What if
tournaments.
he's hot shit right now?
Yeah.
That'd be
It's
crazy.
Ninja.
It's Ninja. Oh my god. Katie's
Yeah.
face when you said that, when she's like, could be Ninja.
Could be
Ninja
Ninja.
never plays with girls, though. That's like his thing.
Ninja's a weirdo.
Ninja is the Mike Pence of the...
Is this a specific person who
Gaming.
plays
Yo,
Smash? Is that what's
actually,
happening?
Yeah.
what
That-
has
that's
Well, he
Mike
plays
Pence
Fortnite.
fucking done? What
Wait,
has this
what
man...
has what done?
Mike Pence. What has he done?
He's in charge of handling the coronavirus outbreak.
Oh,
no,
also,
but like,
Liam,
what has he done?
Well, that's kind of the thing.
Exactly.
I
Yeah.
think it's time.
What?
Because Warren dropped out.
Oh,
I
Warren.
know.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
time.
Yeah, we'll choose we'll officially endorse a candidate at the top of next week's episode. We'll do it. All right. But for now, Jiraiya asks about why Orochimaru approached Tsunade, and she's like, nothing, shut up, we were just chilling. and then she pulls out a deck of cards sensually and puts it on the table.
I thought it was a pack of cigarettes.
Have a smoke. No, this isn't Asuma. Jiraiya, he doesn't push or anything, he just cuts right to the chase. He's like, yo, we want you to be the 5th Hokage. And she's...
Naruto.
Yo,
Well,
he flips the
first of all,
fuck out.
Naruto has this habit that, like, I hate in regular people and I hate in Naruto, where it's like when you're confused about something, but instead of being confused quietly, you're
He just goes,
loudly
what?
confused.
What?
I don't get it. What is happening?
Yeah.
I hate that.
Because Naruto gets this massive fucking info dump because it's like, oh yeah. Because Shizune is just like, oh man, I guess it's true. Orochimaru really did kill the 3rd. And Jiraiya's like, yeah, Orochimaru, killed the 3rd. And Naruto's like, wait, take it from the top for a second. Orochimaru killed the 3rd?
Naruto still thinks he's going to be like the 5th Hokage because math is not.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why he
So-
thinks that.
But it's honestly
still going.
confusing because it went.
And also, I don't think he knew that Orochimaru was a Sannin. Because he's like, but the Sannin are all from the Leaf Village. How
I
did
didn't know Orochimaru. He's just so loud.
Yeah.
He knew who Orochimaru was at all.
Well, he heard
Like,
the
he'd
name
see-
before,
yeah.
but that's literally it.
That's the
Yeah.
second time he's heard the name and then met the person coincidentally.
Yeah.
The other one was Itachi.
I don't
He
know.
learned his
Yeah,
name
he's
and then
like,
met him. Like
oh.
right there.
Wait,
Yeah.
he does that a lot.
Yeah.
But yeah, Naruto really, whole ass thought that he was going to be the 5th Hokage. And he didn't, he thought that they were looking for a fucking healer for Sasuke. That's it.
Yeah, Naruto's
That's
a
all he
dumb
did.
kid.
Yeah, no, he's dumb as fuck.
And like Kakashi.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe?
Like, everybody
Yeah.
who's fucked up, he just
Yeah.
thought they were going on a healer journey. But, no. And Tsunade's like, bro, who is this fucking kid with you that's being all weird and loud? And Jiraiya's like, this is Naruto. And she's like, that's Naruto? That's the fucking
No,
Nine-Tails?
he did the whole government names. Like, this is Naruto Uzumaki.
Yeah.
And then she's like, oh, this kid.
That?
This little piece of shit.
Yeah.
Everyone is eating you, asshole. Why are you
Naruto?
so annoying?
That's funny.
Naruto from Naruto Bridge? Imagine she said that.
No, but,
That would have been so fucking funny.
I crossed that bridge, really? Go ahead.
I love that even no matter how high he goes in the world,
Naruto Bridge.
imagine he meets Orochimaru and he's like, wait, that's Naruto of Naruto Bridge? Fuck!
I came that way when I was coming here.
Yeah.
I'd say they
I've
do.
never heard of the Nine-Tails Fox, but bridges, I'm all about those.
Bridge Weekly, I get it every fucking
Also,
week.
aren't
Bridge
bridges
Weekly,
kind
I
of
get it every
useless
month.
when you hop through trees as your mode
Bro,
of
there's no trees
transportation?
on the water.
I know, but I guess they can walk on water too.
That's
Bridges
true.
are fully useless. I guess not everybody's a ninja.
Yeah.
But
For all the porn star, porn magazine owners.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
exactly.
Yeah.
Raj, yeah.
So
like me.
Naruto's like, yo, y'all are Sannin. Why the fuck are you letting Orochimaru roam around free? And also, why the fuck is this lady becoming Hokage? And
Shut
Jiraiya's
up.
like, buddy, shut up. Shut up.
shut-
Just shut up.
Shut your mouth.
And Jiraiya, once again, he's like, yo, please come be Hokage. And Tsunade's like weighing that against getting Dawn and Nawaki back. And she's like, no, I don't want to do it. But Jiraiya's like, ha, just like that time I asked you on a date. This is...
You did have to throw that in,
So
buddy.
two things.
Uh-huh.
One, when we were talking about her picture earlier,
Yeah.
I'd like to imagine that was the picture that he saved when he asked her out on the date,
Mm-hmm.
and he was like, "Oh, Tsunade," and he was like so in love, and then he was like, "Will you go out with me?" And she was like, no."
I was
Yeah.
gonna say the same thing,
Mm-hmm.
but I was like, the only reason he kept that was to
Oh, we know.
Oh,
For research.
When
We
he,
know.
when he was on top of that frog.
right, the other side.
pulled out,
Do
yeah.
you guys think that's why him and Naruto bond so hard? Because they both got rejected by the female member of the squad.
Yeah.
Oh, probably. And then also when
It's like, you're a simp just like me.
when Jiraiya was he was like, "Naruto, stop talking." Naruto was like, "No way." The fucking dad glare he gave him
Yeah,
was
yeah.
ridiculous.
He was like, seriously, sit down.
He
I
was
know.
like, "Naruto, shut up."
No.
Naruto was like,
Yeah, he's never had authority at all before,
Yeah.
really.
I felt that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Naruto keeps whining about how confused he is. He's like, I thought Tsunade was just gonna heal Sasuke, and what's going on? And how could she reject the fucking offer to become Hokage? And Shizune is just like, well, if she denied being Hokage, she's probably gonna team up with Orochimaru, and that's not great. And Jiraiya's like, listen, there's nobody else here who can be the 5th Hokage. Like, you were super important in the Second Great Ninja War, and you're the granddaughter of the first Hokage? That's crazy.
Awesome cut scene, by the way. It's like, it cuts for some reason to her standing in a field and a bunch of kunai just
Yeah, I know.
rain down.
It's just
It's
like you were valuable in the
oh.
war. Yeah. Yeah, and granddaughter of the first Hokage, that's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
And so he's like, yeah, come fulfill your birthright, heal Sasuke, all this stuff. And Tsunade is just she's mocking Naruto, who he doesn't at all understand what's going on. Tsunade's like, man, Naruto sucks compared to your former disciple. And Jiraiya's like, well, it'd be hard for anyone to compare to the fourth Hokage. He was a genius, and he was handsome and popular, and he was the best. And then Tsunade's like, well, all that good shit didn't help him from dying young. Yeah. She's like, no matter, like, how bad my gambling problem is, the real sucker is somebody who bets their life on something.
That took the air out of the room. I was like, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, man, this is awkward.
Yeah.
So Tsunade sees the Hokage's legacy of sacrifice as foolishness. And then Naruto jumps on the table to attack Tsunade because, like, you're not going to talk shit about the Hokage in front of him. And Jiraiya literally has to, like, pull him back. But Naruto's like, I'm going to knock some fucking respect into you. And Tsunade stands up and she's like, bet, bring it outside, bitch.
Oh my god. That
I
was
know.
the most...
Can I just like,
Uh-huh.
she's really drunk.
Mhm.
Like, the
Yeah.
show makes a point to, like,
she's
her
fucking
cheeks are, like,
wasted.
rosy.
Oh, yeah,
like,
yeah. No doubt.
And I'm like, oh, she about to beat his ass drunk.
Yeah,
And,
like, really. They head outside and they're like facing each other down. She pulls out a finger and she's like, I'm gonna take you down with 1,000 years of death.
Yeah.
Yeah. All it takes is one finger.
I
up
was
the
waiting
ass.
for it.
So much
Yeah.
PTSD in the Naruto.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But so Naruto runs at Tsunade, he throws a couple kunai, she just like ducks out of the way, and then she like knocks him back with the finger, and it knocks off his headband and shit, and then she runs up and flicks him, and it fucking sends him way flying back.
I laughed so
Yeah,
hard.
it's like,
But
I thought she stuck her finger in like the hole of the kunai, and then the kunai whipped his
oh yeah,
headband off.
it was that, yeah.
That was so cool.
That was
So
cooler.
sick.
Like, yeah, I
Yeah.
feel like it was way cool. My hair was like, that was way cooler than that. I was like,
Yeah. And so Naruto's like really impressed, and Tsunade's like, "Why are you so touchy about Hokages, bitch?" So that he does the whole like, "Cause I'm gonna be one someday," and then that causes Tsunade to like, "Oh, just like Don Nawaki." And
It's
like,
just like everyone has the same dialogue.
Also, that's the worst argument to make. What do you want to be Hokage? Because I want to be, huh?
Yeah,
And like,
'cause I'm gonna be. Oh.
Because I will.
But it
Watch
does
me.
make Tsunade drop her guard, and Naruto takes advantage of that. He fucking makes the new chakra sphere jutsu, and he runs forth holding it, and Tsunade's like, oh fuck, it's this jutsu? And then the episode ends. And it's like,
Final
what-
amazing shot.
what's going on? What's gonna happen?
Great
Yeah.
manga panel thing.
Yeah, so episode 91, to prevent Naruto from hitting her, Tsunade brings her finger down and splits the whole fucking road in half. Yeah. So
I was like,
Naruto,
oof.
he like trips and hits the chakra sphere into the ground and like knocks himself away with it. And Tsunade notices that all he did was make that spiral pattern. So she's like, oh, it's not like what the fourth used to do. This is like the bitch version. While Shizune checks on Naruto and helps him to his feet, Jiraiya considers how Tsunade hasn't lost any of her strength. One time, she beat him up, probably for creeping on her. That's all we know. But he was like, I was
I want that scene.
Yeah, right? The scene of
Of, like,
Tsunade
Him
canceling
being
Jiraiya.
like, I'm doing research, and just
She
her
just like
being
breaks
like,
every
what
bone
the
in
fuck
his
are you
body.
doing?
That's
Naruto's kind of lucky that Sakura's like strong, but like
Yeah.
not
that strong. Yeah.
Like, like
He would be
Naruto
dead
got
by now.
Pummeled.
Yeah.
You get pummeled.
Without a
like-
doubt. So Tsunade scolds Jiraiya for teaching Naruto a dangerous jutsu like the Rasengan. So we finally know
There it
the
is.
name of
Finally.
the spiral chakra sphere.
You know how annoying that one was?
That's-
I
that's-
called
that's-
back.
that's-
That's
Yeah.
right. I
Jutsu.
felt like my body
it's
breathed.
a toilet
Yeah.
swirl, isn't that what they call
Yeah,
it?
we were calling it
swirl?
They
toilet
called
bowl
it
jutsu.
toilet bowl.
Okay,
And
that
then
was
in
really
the show,
That was
funny
funny.
that you believe.
No, in the show they called it whirlpool jutsu.
Yeah,
I
they
wasn't
kept calling
making
it
a
like.
comment on what you guys
They
called.
kept
I
calling
didn't
it
think it
like
was
a
actually
whirlwind.
called toilet bowl
It's just
jutsu.
we've
Raj.
known it's called a Rasengan for like
Since we
so-
say Rasengan in episode 1 of NaruTalk,
Yeah,
we're
literally.
like, we're just throwing around terms. We're like, Rasengan, Shidori, and it's
I have a text from Liam being like, careful.
not
they-
to say Rasengan.
They don't know what the Rasengan
Before
is
we know
yet.
the word Rasengan.
Yeah, I was like,
Yeah. But she's like, yo, you shouldn't have taught him such a dangerous jutsu. And also, you shouldn't encourage him to be Hokage because you know he's not gonna be. But Naruto, he rejects cynicism, of course. He's like, fuck you, I'll master this shit in 3 days. Bet on it. And Tsunade's like, matter of fact, I love gambling. Let's bet on it. If in a week, which is the same amount of time that she has to decide about Orochimaru, because I guess she wants him to, like, prove to her that goodness is worth believing in. So, like, if in a week you can master this shit, then I'll admit that you can become Hokage and give you my necklace. And Naruto's like, I don't what? Do I look like a
So-
do I look like I wear
Yeah,
necklaces?
I like jewelry.
But Jiraiya's like, bitch, it used to be the first Hokages. It's one of only 2 in the world. It's literally worth more than anything you could ever imagine. And Tsunade continues, she's like, if you don't master that jutsu, you have to admit that your dreams are hopeless and also give me all the money in your froggy wallet. Which would mean that Naruto gave all his money to 2 out of 3 of the Sonics.
Yeah.
That would fucking suck.
Don't worry, Orochimaru will rob him.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. He's just always gonna get his money stolen by one of these 3. Shizune worries about Tsunade because, like, no matter her financial predicaments, she's never bet the necklace before. This is something brand new. And then the 2 groups go their separate ways. Later that night, Shizune goes to Naruto's hotel room to tell him more about Tsunade and what the necklace really means. Shizune reveals that Tsunade used to be incredibly kind and devoted to the village until some fateful day when she lost everything except the necklace and the memories associated with it. And Naruto's like, I don't care. Tsunade said she'd give me the necklace, so if I fucking do it, she's gonna give me the necklace.
It was like, she bet on it.
Yeah. So it's like, I don't really know why you're here. Like, I feel like it's Tsunade's bet. And so, but Shizune, like, unfurls this tale about Tsunade, all while she's, like, posted up outside town, just sitting alone, thinking about happier times.
Being emo.
Yeah. So this is where we see...
I thought Sasuke had that down, but...
Yeah, it turns out...
This was the most emo. Fucking high above the world.
Yeah, she's got 50 years to be emo about, like...
She was in, like, that little cool arch.
Yeah, like an arch outside of town.
I like that.
Yeah. So she flashes back to Nawaki's 12th birthday, and Tsunade gave her little brother their grandfather's necklace because Nawaki wanted to be Hokage. He was like, oh, I'll protect the necklace, I'll protect the whole village just like our grandfather. And then Tsunade was like, oh, I have one other gift for you. Take off your headband. And then she kissed him on the forehead and was like, that's going to make all your dreams come true, bubby.
She said, I have, like, a charm that'll, like, do something.
Yeah.
Take off your headband. I thought she was going to put the diamond on him.
Like, stab it into it?
No, I thought she
Is
had,
it a
like,
diamond?
a stick.
Yeah.
Her diamond.
Like hers.
The thing on her
I thought
forehead.
she was going to put one on him.
Oh.
It's a sticker? I always thought it was like a tattoo.
Well, it
I
could be
didn't know.
tattoo, but
A
we were saying if
tattoo,
it
could be a
ink,
sticker.
something.
it was.
Yeah. She takes out, like, just a page of stickers.
Like 3.
Yeah. Because she puts on several every day because the sticker falls off.
Whoever has that second necklace also has the sticker.
Yeah.
And like
It comes with a sticker book.
So then we flash forward to one day from then to this. It's a dark and stormy night, and Orochimaru and Jiraiya are standing outside this building, and Tsunade's like, "Oh, let me in," and Jiraiya's like, "No, you don't want to see the body."
Orochimaru says something that I think is really interesting.
Uh-huh.
Jiraiya says, "You don't want to see the body,"
Yeah.
and Orochimaru kind of like makes fun of the kid, being like, "Oh, he's a shinobi. He thought he was like invincible or something." Which, okay, Orochimaru is maybe my favorite villain of Naruto the more that I think about it. And that line made me think about, like, why Orochimaru does what he does. You know what I mean? He's obsessed with the reanimation jutsu. He wants to be immortal. It's very much like... I thought that was an interesting, like, psyche into who Orochimaru is as a person. Because he's very much wants to be, like, this immortal ninja.
He's just seen so many people die.
Yeah. Which is like, I was like, oh.
But he's also like, oh, of course your brother was going to die. There's no fucking medicine people on the battlefield. And because then we see, after mourning her brother, Tsunade went to a council and was like, yo, we have to get a medical ninja on every 4-man squad. It's going to, like, way help the survival rate. But the third Hokage is like, well, that's a good idea, but, you know, we just don't have the time. We're the medical experts.
Young Saratobi?
Yeah.
What are we thinking?
What are you thinking?
I think he's very handsome.
He's a handsome boy.
I think that he's also...
Very not progressive. He's like he's the Pete Buttigieg of the Naruto universe.
Yes, he is.
He's like, Tsunade's like, we have to revolutionize the healthcare system, and he goes, our system is plenty.
That makes him ugly now.
Now we know who you're not endorsing.
Yeah, it's just Fog isn't Pete Buttigieg. But then this guy stood up in the meeting and he was like, no, listen, this is a good idea. And it was Don. So after the meeting,
fucking Don!
So after the meeting, Tsunade runs up to catch him and she's like, yo, thank you for all your help. But he's like, no, thank you for all your help. Let me walk you home, baby. And she's like, don't you live on the other side of the village? And he's like, yeah, but, for a sweet little thing like you, I'll walk both ways.
Stop. He was so sweet. You're making me sound like a douche.
Creepy.
No, he said that he used to walk the way of Tsunade's house when his younger sister was alive, but she died in the war.
Something that, I never, internalized as a kid is how dark living in,
It's literally war all the time.
Yeah, it's you could be in because from what I remember, the attack happened in the academy.
Yeah.
So,
Don was like, the academy got
Tsunade's
attacked a
brother
year ago, and
died while in school.
oh, I didn't even hear that. Yeah.
Because he's like, oh, my brother died. Maybe her brother died separately, but
Yeah. I think that was
Don's
Don's
sister definitely died inside the academy, which is crazy because if you think about Konohamaru
dying in the classroom.
Iruka Sensei talking to Konohamaru being like, we're gonna be okay. Iruka Sensei had no idea if they were gonna be okay.
Yeah. No. It's just war,
the sound ninja might have just pulled up and just
Yeah.
work some children.
I know. So then it flashes forward to after Tsunade and Don's relationship, they've been together and everything. And they're standing on a bridge, and it's the day before some
Naruto Bridge.
Yeah. This is before the they're thinking about the world, and they're like, man, everything sucks. We got war every time, and Don's like, yeah, man, when I'm Hokage, none of this is gonna happen. And so Tsunade's like, oh, you're just like my brother, and she kisses his forehead and gives him the necklace.
Stop giving that necklace to people.
Throwing it around a lot for how important it is.
Right.
Yeah.
Also,
that's true.
did you guys notice the Jonin fits? They're
Like
kind of different.
Kind of crazy.
They don't have as many pockets, which seems like a useful thing to have when you have that many kunai, whatever.
Well, they've evolved.
Yeah, but
over time.
I thought that was cool how they drew it.
Yeah.
Just
But we see this necklace's supposed curse because Shizune was like, oh, everyone who has a necklace dies, and we see that because fucking Don the next day on that mission gets mortally wounded on the battlefield, and it's fucking horrifying because as he's bleeding out, he's like, Tsunade, don't let me die, please, I don't want to die. And the other ninja around him are like, he's gonna die.
So dark.
Yeah.
I was just like, and you see the blood.
Yeah. No. Don's
face.
like, I won't die, and Tsunade's like, no, it's okay, you're gonna be okay.
Stop the bleeding.
And it's just her hands are just covered in blood, and she's trying to push out the chakra, but it's just not doing anything, and and she looks at her hands, and because Don dies in her fucking hands, and they're covered in blood, and that just that's why she's what is it, hemophobia?
Yeah.
Because she fucking has this indelible scar on her psyche from holding the person she loved as he bled out.
I think I'm finally it sucks that Don's dead, but I'm so glad a relationship with Naruto is explained for once.
Yeah.
Because we never get those. It's dragged on for fucking forever. How long did it take for us to find out about Itachi?
Oh yeah,
since Haku.
Yeah.
How long about Third Hokage and Jiraiya and Orochimaru?
In this, they're really just here's Tsunade, here's her backstory.
Yeah, here's
bam,
everything.
bam. Yeah.
They're getting better.
Yeah.
Getting
This
better.
isn't just a flashback that Tsunade's having, it's also Shizune telling Naruto about all this stuff. So she finishes it up, and Naruto just walks out of the room. He's like, time to do my
We gotta train now.
Okay. I have a theory. I know psychology is your thing, but let me.
I love that. It's so much.
That's
All I ever wanted to
literally
hear
Raj
was that. Psych is not my thing.
But you're
but I think
Uh-huh.
Tsunade is suicidal
probably.
because Tsunade keeps the necklace on.
Oh.
So it's kind of there's a curse.
Yeah.
Brother dies, Don dies.
Yeah.
Tsunade keeps it. Tsunade's not really doing anything. I guess she's gambling money away, which is a sign of.
Yeah.
Reckless
She doesn't
behavior.
give a shit about anything anymore.
And she hasn't been in the village for presumably years
Yeah.
since the elders forgot.
I think
she
literally
existed,
since
kind of,
I think literally since Don's death, she
So
probably
she's
hasn't been back to the
probably
village.
a little
Fucked up.
Yeah. Suicidal fucked up.
I
which is
It's Shikamaru's
dark,
nihilist dream is being lived through right now.
Yeah. Yeah, so Naruto marches off to this field of trees and he does the Rasengan, but it's just the spiral. It's no good.
So, no, they do a shot of them in the room, and he had taken his shoes off when he went in the hotel room because, that's a normal thing.
Yeah.
But when he walks out, he doesn't stop to put his shoes back on. So that presumably means that he walked out of the hotel room barefoot.
Yeah.
I walked out
And then
of my room
and then
on.
Glenn comes in later and gives him shoes.
Exactly.
That makes sense.
The real question is, who is Naruto's Glenn?
Gamakichi.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gamakichi. Yeah. He summons Gamakichi. He's like, you got my shoes? And he's like, you know it, brother. You got me
I
any
also have your
snacks?
strawberries.
Yeah,
Here you
yeah.
go.
It just cuts to, like,
I got a
Gamabuto's
healthy
house, and
serving
it's
of
like,
balloons for you.
it's like
Yeah.
just tiny Naruto shoes just lined up.
Yeah,
just
yeah.
For, like, when
He
Gamakichi
just
gets
got
summoned
extras.
to, like...
Yeah. So at a bar downtown the next night, Jiraiya joins Tsunade and Shizune and asks Shizune to leave them alone for a while. He's like, oh, this is Sanin talk. So Shizune is actually like, oh, that's cool. Tsunade might like be in a better mood if she
Yeah.
talks to you, so she leaves.
She thanks him
Yeah.
in her head. But,
Yeah.
whatever.
Because
yeah.
like he'll hopefully improve Tsunade's mood. So Jiraiya's like, oh, Tsunade, I'm surprised you haven't gambled away that necklace yet. And he's like, are you thinking about Naruto? Like, it's kind of unfair of you to make this bet with him. And then he asks when she'll be meeting with Orochimaru again, because he can tell from Shizune's like fear and attitude that Tsunade plans on doing it again.
Not bad for a goof. Like,
Yeah, I know. No, he can actually figure shit out. But he's like, you should consider your actions carefully, because if what you're planning is to betray the village, then not only will you make all of the former Hokage's sacrifices meaningless, I'll kill you. Like, I'm not fucking around here. And Tsunade's like, no, I'm not involved, it's whatever. But Jiraiya's like, also being an accomplice is as bad as committing the murders yourself. And then, so Tsunade's like, yo, okay, stop preaching at me. Like, I don't want to hear this kind of shit. And she's like, why the fuck did you even bring Naruto here? It's torturing me how similar he is to Nawaki. And like, because you know Naruto's the same age as Nawaki when he died. So
And they
it's
look
like,
almost exactly the same.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
really do. He's
Well,
just
so-
a little bit more brunette.
exactly. So it's probably making a huge influence on
his
her, you
cheeks
know?
are rosier too.
His cheeks
but
are
maybe
distinctly
it's
rosy.
like the whiskers took
Yeah.
out the rosy.
It could be. It could be. Tsunade flashes back once more to the day when she was patching up. Like she was just like, Nawaki got like a cut on his cheek or something, and she patched him up. And she's like, oh, don't push yourself past what a Genin can do. Make sure you run away from any hopeless battles, like, because that's how he dies. Obviously, he didn't do that, which is another aspect, though, of Nawaki that's similar to Naruto. And proving this almost, we see Naruto in the forest again, pushing himself so that he can't even move. Like, his training is so rigorous. The next day, Jiraiya, after the bar, he wakes up with a hangover, and he's like, damn, Naruto stayed out training all night.
Those cutesy little pajamas are folded.
I know, isn't it?
Yeah.
Tsunade walks through the streets of Tanzaku Town considering Orochimaru's offer is just like weighing very heavily on her. She goes to a gambling hall and she's like thinking about Jiraiya's offer versus Orochimaru's and Shizune's protests and all that stuff, and she's struggling with the choice between the people she loves and her heritage. And that's how the episodes for this week end, is with this like very contemplative scene of her sitting at a gambling machine, just like
Scary.
it's really
It's tense.
That was the most Hello Darkness, my old friend.
Bro,
Yeah.
like, because I kind of, okay, so obviously now it's what did you think about the episodes, our little semi-segment, and like, I didn't like these episodes very much.
Yeah, they weren't that great.
I mean, I did because when nothing happens, the outlines are super easy to write.
yeah.
But this is easily the shortest outline I've ever written.
It's
Yeah.
so, like, all this could have been one episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Maybe
that
two
final
for
shot,
being
man,
generous.
and then right into the Persona fucking
Yes.
song.
Oh my god, the new
It's like-
outro is so good.
Yeah.
It's really good.
What did you guys think? This is a lot of learning today.
Yeah.
A lot of fucking happened.
Yeah, I mean, it was cool having the three, like, Sanin just there the whole
Yeah.
time, since they haven't seen each other in so long.
Yeah.
It was a lot of backstory that I thought was interesting, but,
That's
like...
true. Do you like Tsunade as like a new character?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yes. We don't really know all that much about her now. We
That's
know
true.
about her in the past, but, like...
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're
like,
excited
I'm
to
not,
learn
yeah,
more.
exactly.
Yeah.
I'm not, like, mad at
Fair enough.
anything that I've learned.
What
so-
about you, Morgan?
So in last week's episode, we talked about how each of the three Sanin are like the three vices of
Oh yeah.
like a ninja.
Yeah.
And we said that Orochimaru is an alcoholic.
Right,
and
right.
that Tsunade.
I sent you a message when I first joined Patreon, and I was like, they're just like
Yeah, yeah.
devices, and I was like, ah.
Yeah.
And so, and Tsunade is addicted to gambling, and Jiraiya is
Pervert.
Sex
yes.
Yeah.
I was-
Wait, what is Orochimaru technically?
An alcoholic.
But now
Yeah.
they're all of them.
Yeah.
Because there was like very few moments in these episodes
Where Tsunade wasn't
where
drunk?
the both of them were
We're
not
drunk.
drunk.
Yeah.
They just went
And
got-
Orochimaru is always drunk.
because
That's a
you-
matter of
because
fact.
when they were animating them,
Uh-huh.
especially the scene where Jiraiya and Tsunade are in like the little shop together.
Yeah.
They animate the blush on their
I know.
faces.
Yeah.
So like they're just always drunk
I
and
did
always
not know
like
that people blushed when they were drunk until you mentioned that
Yeah.
they animated her
I was
cheeks
like-
rosy
Yeah.
earlier. I did not
It's
know any
interesting.
of them were drunk at
Yeah,
any
when
point.
Nawaki was 12, he was slammed
'Cause
all the
it-
time.
it-
His cheeks are rosy.
It dilates your blood vessels. So
Yeah.
It opens them up and it makes it.
But
That's why
Yeah,
overall-
that
people
makes sense.
get
I just
hot when
didn't
they're-
know that.
Like, interesting, I guess, because we learned about Tsunade, but I don't know. It's kind of a fillery stuff. What do you think, Nick?
The burden of knowing too much. No,
Yeah.
it's just like I thought that like this was a great introduction
Yeah.
to like the legendary Sonic because
Yeah,
you
yeah.
hear that name flung around a lot.
As like it's like a good introduction to all three of them
Yeah.
as a unit, and we even got a flashback to them in like their 20s
Yeah.
or however old
Yeah.
they were. Yeah.
You've seen Orochimaru do a lot.
Uh-huh.
You see Jiraiya kind of
Yeah.
do stuff. Jiraiya just kind of like sits and summons a toad every once in a while. Like, remember I could do this, and then just like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
peeps the rest of the time.
Yeah.
Like,
But now it's like we're really getting
Yeah.
some substance.
and then
I see what you mean.
I just want to see him like.
I think it's interesting, like, something that shouldn't be overlooked is Tsunade's reaction to seeing the Rasengan and being like, oh my god, why are you teaching a kid this jutsu?
So like, I looked like I was like, so summoning jutsu is a big deal,
yeah.
especially the
Yeah.
fact that he can summon like that giant.
Yeah, Jiraiya
toad.
really gives Naruto some, like, OP hacks.
And it took like Nine Tails chakra for him to summon it because the first time he does it, he's like
Yeah,
falling
yeah.
off that cliff thing, and he does it, and that's a C rank jutsu, which
Yeah.
is like
And
two
the
down
Rasengan
from
is
like the
A
Rasengan,
rank.
which is
Yeah,
like
yeah.
an A rank. So like the fact that Naruto's not dead.
I know.
Is
It's because
hella
Jiraiya's actually
impressive.
teaching him the basics this time.
Yeah.
So he's getting stronger as he learns it, not just using the Nine Tails to hack his way there.
But like Naruto's like presumably passed out
Yeah.
in the woods
Yeah.
right now.
That is,
Like,
that
it's-
is where we leave these
Yeah,
episodes. Yeah.
it's like Jiraiya knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
He just doesn't care enough to like.
Yeah.
Is he alive?
Yeah.
He's
But
like,
it's
nah, he's
hey,
fine.
at least it's working, or at least it seems to be. So, all right, yeah, pretty good episode overall.
Yeah.
They were pretty good.
Look, the regular quality.
Understandable.
Yeah.
They're
Not
okay.
the worst.
Not
Certainly
the
not.
worst.
It wasn't the episode
Respectable.
where Naruto got chased by bulls through the fucking village.
Nope.
Anyways, let's do some reader responses. First up, as always, we have to do our Patreon shout-outs. Yeah, Patreon people! This week at the Genin tier, which gets you a shout-out on one episode of the podcast, we have Amanda Ibfelt.
Woo!
Yeah.
Amanda.
They,
Thank you.
are here now.
I love Amanda.
What have we been doing? If they existed in the Naruto world, let's change it up.
We forgot to do it last week.
If
I
they
think.
existed in the real world,
If they
what would their
had,
name be?
Amanda. If they
Wow.
if they had a phobia like Tsunade's hemophobia, what phobia would Amanda have?
But maybe they do have a phobia.
maybe
I feel
they-
like
Well,
that's a
then
weird
let's
thing to
figure out
do.
what it is.
Maybe the Johnny will
Sure.
get.
Well, and
We'll
maybe
get it
all
this
of the
time.
other people
Yeah,
have had
yeah.
superpowers and belong to a village. So
Okay,
Let's name everybody's phobia. Let's name everybody's phobia. What would
Okay.
it be?
Arachnophobia.
Yeah?
I
Alright,
think
get
Amanda
that
would
one
be
out of the way early.
Afraid of
Yeah, yeah.
spiders.
Yeah, and I mean, Amanda, that sounds like you're scared of spiders, just the name.
What if they like work with spiders for like they're like a spider
Yeah,
scientist?
no, they are actually Spider-Man.
Yeah, I bet Peter Parker must listen to podcasts. What do you do when you're swinging all the time?
Yeah, he
This one
listens
probably
to
is afraid
Naruto.
of spiders though, because he was bit by one.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
already
true.
No, it just made him really like horny for them.
Yeah,
What?
that's why. That's Spider-Man into the Spider. We've talked about this before.
And-
Oh yeah, we have.
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
No, actually, no. It's very much canon where like
He listens to music all the time, so that answers
sure.
your question.
you think Spider-Man's coming to culture shock.
I'm the expert on Spider-Man actually.
No, but there's that one there's that one episode where it was kind of canon, like the original like Spider-Man shows, that he like became attracted to another like person, like a spider person, because he was just so horny from the spider like powers in him.
Wow.
Crazy.
I haven't seen that episode.
It's insane. He becomes a spider.
Yeah, I think I missed
Is
that
that
one.
what
Yeah.
Into the Spider-Verse
Yeah.
is really about?
Yeah, dude.
He's in
It's a
all the
metaphor.
Spider-Verse?
It's really
If you played in
sexual.
reverse,
Yeah,
that's what
it's a
about.
very layered metaphor. We also have to thank our tuning tier patrons, Dave Mata.
Woo!
Legend. He doesn't have any phobias. I
No,
think
everyone's
that's
afraid
clear.
of him.
Yeah,
Everyone's
yeah.
Dave
People-
Monophobic.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
is the phobia.
Yeah, exactly. He defeats phobia. Pro Hendrix, I would say,
Woo!
if they had a phobia, what
Fear
would
of
it be?
rocks.
Fear of rocks?
Fear of rocks. You
Yes.
think Pro Hendrix? I think like rock
Sure.
type.
Stone. Alright, they're a rock type Pokemon.
The
a
legend-
rock
Who's
fear
afraid of
type.
rocks?
And
Yeah.
Louise.
Hmm.
Phobia of us
Pizza.
mispronouncing his name for weeks
That,
at a
and
time.
pizza.
That one.
And pizza phobia. Fair enough, keeps you healthy.
No, he's only afraid of pizza that's like where they go cheese sauce.
Mm-hmm. Wait. Sauce
That's
on
my
top?
favorite.
Wait, that's my phobia.
He's afraid of you guys.
Yeah.
No, my favorite.
I'm afraid of you.
My favorite pizza place
Yeah.
is so good, and they do that.
Ew.
She brought it back one time. She's like, "Do you want a piece of pizza?"
Okay,
And I
it's
was
not
like,
good
Wait,
the next day.
What do they do?
They put the cheese. It's really thin crust pizza. And then they put the cheese, and then they put the sauce on top,
That's
and then they
evil.
put like little bits of
It's-
pepper.
Brazilians eat pizza with ketchup on it.
What?
I don't like
That's
that.
the yeah. I don't like it's like that's something I can't.
Well,
Can't get
so
behind
here's the
that.
thing, though. That's like a culturally fueled thing.
Yeah.
The cheese and then sauce thing is
That's
just
just
someone
wrong.
was like, I'm gonna switch it up. I'm gonna be original, and it's fucking dumb.
Don't
It's
like it.
so good.
Don't
It's like
it.
it's like the equivalent of like Tesla and Edison.
All right.
It's
We
like
have to go
literally
there, and
that.
I'll prove it to you guys
No.
that it's
Also-
so
I've
So
had it,
that's
I won't eat
Luis's
it.
No, it's
phobia
better
is of
at
that
it.
Real
funnel.
quick,
but
shout
it's
out to that
gross. If you
Brazilian
don't like sauce,
12-year-old.
it's gross.
Oh yeah, that we do have a Brazilian.
gotta-
Oh shit! Yeah.
It's
I'll
true.
represent the Brazilian 12-year-olds.
Hell yeah.
When they say come to Brazil King, we brought Brazil to them.
It's true.
Yeah.
Of course, we also have to shout out our Johnny tier patrons. We have Janie J.
Woo!
I
Legend.
guess scared of clouds.
Yes.
I mean, that's we talked
Yes.
about clouds
Yeah.
earlier.
Fake clouds.
Okay, we have Stephen B.
Afraid of the sun.
Ah,
Yeah.
aren't we all?
Sky themed.
Yeah. Well, and then I guess we can just ask him because our final Johnny tier patron is, of course, executive producer Nicholas Astor.
Am I an executive producer? That's crazy.
Yeah.
When I saw my name at the end of that YouTube video, I was like, wild. Anyways,
Yeah.
I'm really scared of mice.
For real?
Yo,
Like,
fuck mice.
and like the
Probably
thing is,
mad
it's
mice
like,
in the school, bro.
oh yeah, for sure.
That's
I
why we
don't,
should
I
be
don't,
president.
I don't know. Think
Oh,
about it. That's why I'll kill them all. No.
Mice exterminator.
But unlimited power. Yeah.
Yeah.
But so I don't know. As a kid, like I remember I was riding the New York City subway once,
Uh-huh.
and like for some reason, when you're going up the stairs of a New York City subway, the walls have little holes in them,
Sure.
and I kept seeing mice that day. So 8-year-old Nick saw those holes and was like, "That's where all the mice live." And just like imagine
Just
mice pouring
the
out of
walls
those
just
holes, and I was like,
stacked full of
"Ugh." And then so
That's what I think about when I think about like the reptiles and shit coming out of like the sinks and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
I just see a bunch of snakes
Reptiles
coming
where
out.
they need not be,
So-
bro.
Exactly.
The
Don't like
darkest thing. Yeah. Well, hey, if you out there want to let us know what your phobia is, or tell us what you think of us, the episodes, whatever the fuck, you can get in touch with us. Our Gmail is narutalkpod@gmail.com. Our Reddit is r/narutalk. Our Facebook is NaruTalk, the Naruto ShipPodcast. On YouTube, we're NaruTalkPod. Instagram and Twitter @NaruTalkPod. Our website is narutalk.wordpress.com. And our Patreon, this is the most important one, please listen, www.patreon.com/NaruTalkPod. Please give us money, please. And thank you.
it's worth it. Let
Yeah.
me tell you.
See, Nick says it's worth it. You can get into our amazing Discord. There's lots of people in there. They do all sorts of cool stuff. You can listen to bonus episodes, Rio Radio. We've got one on Naruto Abridged, if you want to hear us talk about that. We've got one coming up that Nick's going to be on, and I'll talk about that next week more, I think. But it's going to be great. Get in there. Any amount of money is appreciated.
Can you feel why the sense of time is lost on us for? Now that
Oh,
you're on the show?
I'm messed up too. You guys were talking about it'll end on episode 31, and I was like,
Yeah, like,
we're
where-
on episode 82.
Yeah.
You said 31.
Yeah,
What
it's-
episode of what are we
it's all
talking
random.
about?
Yeah, time is lost.
I'm
But-
gonna start doing like outline, like
Yeah.
where like there's the string attached.
Yeah,
and be like,
that's the only way we can figure out what year we're in. But you know what? Links for all that stuff's in the description below. And what kind of stuff should you send? Let's find out by hearing stuff that other people sent.
All right. I
So-
guess.
on the Discord to send a question.
Yeah.
You do the Q&A
Oh, you
tab,
can just send it
right?
wherever.
Or,
Yeah.
yeah, because I think I sent one
Yeah.
and then I never got it.
What's your
So,
question?
It was the Gara question. We went over.
Oh.
My wish was fulfilled.
Oh.
How did he kill that Lord man? I got it.
Oh,
right
yeah,
back.
yeah.
I was like, huh.
Yeah.
But
Well, now
in the future,
here we go.
Yeah.
In the future, yeah, I guess in the Q&A thing.
Yeah.
I don't know, because the thing is, if you're in the Discord, we just talk to you there. You know?
Yeah, like the channels are like there's specific labeling, but there's also I don't really care.
It's just
like,
random.
I'll-
Yeah.
Next time I'll just like comment somewhere and be like, question. And
Yeah.
then just blah.
Question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shoot, as long as
Yeah.
like we're tagged, that helps.
Yeah.
What's some other stuff that people?
But
have
here's
said?
an email from Ryan Hall, and the subject line is, "Sorry for the long email." So they go, "Hello, NaruTalk gang. I recently forced a close friend to watch Naruto for the first time in late fall, so it was only fair that he forced me to listen to an episode of the podcast.
Oh. Interesting.
Which is amazing.
Yeah.
I love that. I fell in love with the show instantly and binged all the episodes up to the Christmas break.
Hell yeah.
I have been a weekly listener since. There is one thing that I've been burning in the back of my mind Naruto-wise for a bit now.
Uh-huh.
There's been a handful of times the show surprised me with the stuff it's got away with. Recently, I had a faint memory come back to me.
Mm-hmm.
I remember it being in an early time slot in Tsunade, probably around 5 or 6 p.m. for the first season.
Sure.
But as Naruto got more intense, they moved it to a later time slot. I think this is why they could get away with things like Ino yelling bitch in the tuning exam arc, along with some fairly fucked up Orochimaru scenes in the most recent arc. But all this being said, I fried my brain with countless marijuana cigarettes over the past semester and break, so this could easily be all in my head. Mad respect from a 22-year-old weeb from Sacramento, California.
Hell yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Is
Ryan.
it just this past semester because of the podcast?
Yeah, maybe I'm Ryan.
Raj.
Maybe I fried my brain and just formed
Thought that
Ryan
you were
on.
Ryan?
Sent yourself.
Yeah, but thank you so much. Thank you to your friend who put you first watched the show. Then
I mean,
they were
big
watching
ups
us.
to you.
If they
but
were
big
watching
ups
the
to your
show,
friend.
if they were watching the show already, then they were just listening to the podcast without the show. That's so fire. It
I know,
works.
that's
It
crazy.
works.
You're both of those people.
We did it. Yeah,
We did it. Thank you for the email. You're wonderful,
Oh,
and I love you, and I
absolutely.
love marijuana cigarettes.
It's true.
My dad came into my job yesterday and was like, hey, so remember when I was on the podcast for a second and we thanked Edwin C? I was like, yeah. He's like, yeah, so I was listening to that and then I got to work and there were a bunch of packages from Edwin C. And he's like, what a weird thing. And I was like, oh,
Probably
weird.
an unrelated Edwin, I assume.
Probably, but if Edwin C is listening and he happened
you
to sign
happened
a
to
bunch
send
of
packages
packages
to
at my
Katie's
dad's
dad.
work.
Well,
That's terrifying. Were they good packages?
I don't know. He didn't tell me.
my
He just said
God.
that there was a bunch of packages signed by Edwin C. And I was like, he's like, do you know who that is? I was like, what?
Yeah, did he open them?
I don't know. He didn't tell me what was in the
inside?
packages.
A bunch
I didn't
of
ask.
Binghamton
I could
I think he's
ask you.
paranoid now. I think
He's like, bro, you don't even have to drive to Binghamton anymore.
I brought you Binghamton.
I mailed you Binghamton.
in pieces.
All right, let's do one more reader response. Who's got one?
I have one. We got an email from Olivia Johnson.
Uh-huh.
And they said, describe Naruto, Sasuke, Sakura, Kakashi, Gaara, and Lee in 5 words.
All right, let's finish up reader response section with this. How would you describe
Wait.
Naruto in 5 words?
Oh, okay. So each one in 5
Yeah.
words. I thought it was
All of them in 5. No, let's do all of them in 5 words.
Okay, Naruto. Okay, here we go.
Uh-huh.
Annoying,
Sure.
dumb, blonde, bitch, gay.
All not wrong, but
I don't
can we
remember the
describe?
characters anymore.
Look, I think we can describe all of them in 5 words easily.
Yeah.
Like Sasuke, most of them all have
Ninja.
bitch and gay in them because we've ascribed so much headcanon to them that. But okay, if you had to describe all of them in 5 words,
What characters is it again?
Naruto, Sasuke, Sakura, Kakashi, Gaara, and Lee. So I guess emo is the
That was
first one that
just
just about everybody.
So
I-
bitch, emo.
bitch emo.
I think it'd be easier if we all contribute one word.
Okay. Oh yeah, there's 5 of them.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, this is perfect.
So
Oh, yeah.
you got bitch,
Alright.
and I guess Morgan gets emo,
I
and
need
then
to see the list. I forgot them again.
Let Morgan get
Thank you.
Morgan's
what do you want,
thing.
bitch?
Yeah.
Respect.
Yeah.
Respect is yours.
No.
I wouldn't say. Wait, what happened? What's up?
What's your word?
I mean, I'll take emo.
Okay.
That's fair. I'm pretty fucking emo.
What
I have
about
no
you?
idea what just happened. Wait, did you not say emo?
No.
And Liam said emo.
Yeah, I said
No, because didn't you say you were also gonna say that? So that's why I threw it on
Yes,
you.
but Liam also said it.
Oh,
I just want to give Liam 2 words.
So what's your word?
Well, I can't have a word yet. Katie goes first.
Huh? I can't think of a word.
So you go.
Fuck.
Ninja? Can I use
No.
ninja?
Angsty. Wait, say yours again real quick.
Bitch,
Bitch, angsty,
emo. Yeah.
or emo. Angsty, I'll take angsty then.
All right. I mean, kind of the same as emo, but
But
we'll
I
count
feel
it.
like they're different energies, and I feel like
I
they're
guess
both-
so.
Like emo is very like I'm emo, and Angsty's like.
it's pretty much the same. It's just ones with
No, no,
words
no.
and ones with a noise.
I would identify
I'll change
emo.
mine then. I'll change mine. Let's settle this debate. Repressed.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
very
a good
fair.
fucking word.
Did you think of any?
Powerful? Question mark?
Yeah. I mean, mad people would disagree
Sakura
with
fits
Sakura
in the
being
least,
powerful,
but
but
I think that
I
Sakura's
say she's powerful.
Sakura is
She's powerful
a
energy.
genjutsu master.
That's true.
so
She
can't-
can dispel
Okay.
any genjutsu.
Exactly.
Raj, did you think of a word?
Annoying.
Yeah.
That-
Kakashi?
You use
Kind of annoying.
Lee?
Kind of annoying.
That's kind of a cheat for you, Rob. You always like so annoying.
Yeah,
and
you say everyone's
so like
But, you know,
steeped into your own vocabulary.
he's keeping
there.
it consistent at least, you know?
I don't know, because I didn't want to say, like, I don't know. I could have done some deep shit.
Uh-huh.
What if I said traumatized?
Yeah.
Or what if I said sexual?
Yeah.
Sexual trauma.
Yeah. Well, that's
That-
that.
I mean,
scared boner.
Sexual?
Naruto
We're like
has.
12.
Well, they do jam their fingers up each other's asses like all the time. It's like a
kiss
popular
sometimes.
move. Yeah.
It's Kakashi, and then they're all 12.
Well,
That
sure.
doesn't help the argument there.
Yeah. I think those words fit.
I think they do.
Whatever
like,
we said.
Sasuke and Naruto made out like the
Yeah,
first three. That
exactly.
seems sexually.
Exactly.
They
So
don't know it yet, but they love each other.
oh yeah. Well,
Yeah.
they know it. Like, subscribe, rate, whatever you do, wherever you are. If you're in the podcast app, hop on over and give us a 5-star review. Make sure you type some words with it because we'll read them out, even no matter what it is that you say. For example, here's one from _E_G_dash. And their podcast was titled Naruto. They said, "Your podcast is awesome. I've been watching Shippuden, but also listening to this, and it helps me pick up a lot of things that I missed while reading the manga. Keep up the good work and keep making episodes." Then in parentheses, "Also, I own Ultimate Ninja Storm 3. Hell yeah, best Storm game. Very
Legend.
cool. And I'm another 12-year-old. The invasion has started."
Yes! Let's fucking go!
They said 10 out of 10 pigs wearing vests, which...
Oh, that's nice. That's a
So
new one.
when does the fourth one come out?
The fourth what?
The fourth Ninja Storm
Oh, it's been out.
Oh, on Switch?
on Switch.
Oh,
yeah.
not on Switch. I don't
April.
really care. It's
So
like
I really want to have like a big tournament with you guys.
Yeah.
I bring my gang, and
That-
you bring your gang.
That's
and
the
we-
plan. But see, we play 3 and like...
Three's the best
3's
one.
the best one.
Also, I'm.
The moment you guys found out 4 was coming out, y'all threw that way under the bus. Y'all
Yeah,
like-
but now I've been thinking about it, and like 3 just has
Because we played 4. Me and Liam sat down
yeah,
and really
and it's just
played
3
4.
has a very specific metagame.
And
that we...
4 is just, it's too much theatrics,
It's
not
a
enough
whole-
I'll
fun.
get back to you in April.
All right,
We'll have a
fair
different-
enough, fair enough.
What if they fix the game?
Yeah, right.
What if they make
You
it? What
never
if they just
know.
call it Naruto Storm? It's
Fixed.
4, but it's kind of 3.
4 but better. Yeah. But anyways, tell your friends about this. Like that fucking dude who made his friend
yes,
that.
yeah,
you
Ryan.
are a true
Legendary.
Naruto.
You and your
Yeah.
friend are
But
great.
wait, we never actually answered his question.
What was his question?
His question was, did it go later on Toonami, or was he bugging?
I don't know.
Oh no, he's definitely right. Naruto definitely was at like
Because
5
it used
to
to be
6.
like on mainstream Cartoon
Because that's how it
Network.
goes for
got
Cartoon
later.
Network in general. It's on till like the main feed is
Yeah.
like 6 to 8, and then they push it back towards like 9 to 11, and
Yeah,
then
yeah.
Toonami starts at 12.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I bet it was in that
Sorry.
fucking the time slot that the Clone Wars used to be in, like right before Adult Swim, so you can get away with like basically
so like
anything.
8, 9:30, like
Yeah.
yeah.
Toonami, just Adult Swim. The shift from Cartoon Network to Adult Swim was always such like an amazing guilty like oh, I should be doing this.
But then it stopped and went to Disney XD.
Oh, Naruto does go to Disney XD for
Oh yeah,
that.
Shippuden's
so-
on Disney XD.
That's so weird.
I know.
What? I don't know.
Well,
Yeah.
who knows? That's a long way off from us. Anyways, big thanks to Glenn Federico and Ali Caruso, our graphics team.
Woo!
Yeah,
Thank you,
Alright.
Glenn, for making a cameo this
When-
episode.
Yeah, right.
When,
Yeah, that was so
when
weird.
I first met Glenn,
Uh-huh.
I thought Glenn was Pee Wee Herman because, so me and Raj's current roommate were taking a walk like the second day of school,
Uh-huh.
and Glenn comes out of nowhere and is like, "I'm listening to my own music, but can I walk with you guys?" And Glenn was like clean shaven with a bow tie, and I was like, "This is fully Pee Wee Herman."
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
fully Pee Wee Herman.
I love that.
And then Glenn was like, "All right, my music's done. Bye." And then I
There
didn't
you
see
go.
Glenn until like years later, where I was like,
Hey, what's
That's-
up? You still listen to that
I was like,
Yeah.
So, that's my Glenn
yeah,
story.
great people, Glenn
Yeah.
and Ali both.
Wonderful.
Great people.
Next Monday, we are going to be joined by Nick once again, and we will have watched episodes 92 and 93. So, stay tuned for that. In the meantime, thank you so much for listening. And, Nick, you know what to do, right?
As always.
No, okay, yeah.
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 As always.
Be safe, have fun, believe it!